Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode micro-plot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macro-plot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order and can skip any you don't enjoy. Today, we are playing using the combat mechanics from a game called Gates of Krystalia. It's our first time playing, so we might make some mistakes. If you enjoy these mechanics, you can find Gates of Krystalia on gatesofkrystalia.com. Build your own Gates of Krystalia character and play a game with friends. Speaking of friends, today we are joined by Belladonna Amrill.
Hello, it's me, it's Belle. I'm a little pixie who was a canary up until a little bit recently. I very much like being a fairy pixie more. I am very small. I can fit in the palm of your hand, and I have blonde hair with yellow canary feathers sticking out of it. And I'm currently wearing a little bright pink, but like the softer bright pink poodle skirt. And my hair is all done up with a little hair tie with a black, deeper than black amulet. For this game, I am actually playing as the race it's like the only one that's really hard to say. The Kimonomimi. It's basically like a fox race known for its agility, and I wanted to tie the agility in because I am a little flying pixie. And my combat techniques, so a lot of the things that we'll use to do for attacking or things like that in this game are base attack, beyond the limit, dodge, flurry of attacks, Iolo's acceleration, and Mercurio's lance.
Lia Lazuli.
Hi everyone, I am Liana Azura Lazuli, but my friends call me Lia. I am an elf, about 5'2", with radiant blue hair and these kind of small silver horns and big silver eyes that are slitted like those of a cat. You know, a cat. And as far as Gates of Krystalia mechanics go, I am an Oni race, for reasons that may or may not come across this episode. Hopefully not. And my techniques are basic attack, beyond the limit, as for any rank 1 adventure. But the special ones are Ifrit's Fury, Blood Moon, Instant Withering, and Arctic Guardian's Aegis.
Sir Barnabas Feltster.
Greetings, it is I, Sir Barnabas T. Feltster. I am a cloth golem. For the purposes of this game, I am also reflavoring the fox race. I stand roughly 4 feet tall with cloth and hues of blue for my fur and orange and red for my bushy beard. I've got a helmet that hangs over my eyes that's like a felted kind of gray. And you'll often find me astride my companion and steed, Lance, who's a spear with big googly eyes out on the front near the nose/metal spear part. Yes, I am a knight. Specifically a Knight of Vigardien for this particular game. My special abilities are dodging, relentless thrusting, Krystalia's purification, and Seraphim's blessing.
And Merlinus Markely Markellian Eusebius Catsar.
Yes, my name is Merlinus Markellion Eusebius Catsar, but my friends call me Markely. I am kind of average in a lot of ways. I stand of average height and average build. I'm wearing a plain white t-shirt and plain corduroy pants with my typical well-worn black trench coat over all those things. I'm playing a human mage for this game, and I'm carrying with me my staff, which I always have with me, a plain unadorned grayish colored staff. And my combat techniques are, for this game, are basic attack and beyond the limit, which are included with everybody's character, I believe. But unique to my play of this game will be Aquatic Prison, Ancient Tree Strike, Blade Dance, and Rotating Cyclone.
You are all in the new Inthera Fire Breathing Kittens Bar and Club. Belle, you portaled back from Blutberg in the adventure My Girl Scamantha. Lia, Withered Wing used his shadow stepping to bring you back to the guild from St. Beef's Museum for the Brave after the adventure Songbirds from Hell. Barnabas, you've returned from Castle Madrigal, your hangout with King Arthur having recently concluded. Markely, your tattoo still fresh, you're looking around the guild at your new fellow members.
I'm going to go fly on over to Lia or Leia?
Liana.
Lia. So I'll go and flitter on over to Lia and say, wow, that was just an amazing time. How was your trip?
Hi. Hi. Have we met before?
No, I was really trying not to make it awkward, but that's okay. If you want it to be awkward, I'm good with that too.
No. I just mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit jumpy, I guess. A lot of things happened. Do you know Muse? Have you met her?
Yes, I love Muse.
She got kidnapped by songbirds.
Oh, that must have been so exciting for her.
I mean, I guess so, but those songbirds were mean. Yeah, they were mean. But they weren't songbirds. They weren't actual birds. They were just these kind of drones, little, I don't know, robot things that were shadow controlled, and things were shadow controlled. I don't know, a lot of things happened.
I was about to be much more excited. I was about to be much more excited about that, but that's all right. I'm always interested if there's another animal turned into sentient being. I don't know if you know, I actually used to be a canary, and then I was a were-shark, and now I'm a pixie.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, I guess like you're an FPK, so it's okay if you know. I'm also another creature that's in another form right now.
Oh my gosh. We're besties. We have to be besties now.
You're gonna be one of my friends? And then she
Of
pulls out like
course.
a notebook and has like a list of names, and some of them are FPK members, some people are, oh yeah, I think you met Gabby from the maybe, I don't know, but some of them are FPK members, some of them are people that you don't know, and it's just like, can I add your name to the list of friends?
Yes. Oh
I wanna
my
make
goodness,
100.
yes. My name is Belle. My full name is Belladonna Amril, but I love going by Belle.
All right. I just hope you won't be taken away from me like Muse was.
Markley has been kind of shyly inching a bit closer to this conversation and finally interrupts. Excuse me. I don't mean to have interrupted or eavesdropped, but these ways of changing form, were they something you did on purpose? Were they powered by a particular spell? I'm very interested in new things to learn.
Oh, for me it's on purpose because, yeah, it's just way better to go in this form than in my original one. Yeah, it is kind of a spell, but also an innate ability. I can change into other people too, and other animals are kind of harder, but sometimes I can do it too.
That's fascinating.
For me, it was mostly an accident. I'm not actually entirely sure. Well, that doesn't really matter. The canary is definitely like, that is my original form, as it were. When I became a were-shark, that was on accident because I was diving into the ocean to save some drugs in a sunken ship, and then a were-shark bit me.
That sounds incredible. Is that like a typical day around here? Is that what I can expect, or?
Oh no, that was back on Draws. I think things are a little different on New Inthera.
Different how? Like more exciting or less?
Oh, it's like an apples and oranges sort of thing. You can't really compare. You know, that was diving for drugs and being attacked by were-sharks. And the last adventure I was on, we were, saving a town from a scammer who ended up drugging people with agriculture. So, apples and oranges. But this pixie form is definitely on purpose. I do not like being a canary. It's so constricting, and I don't like that form. So I actually, on one of my last adventures with Barnabas and Morning Mist, I actually found a way to actually be a pixie and have opposable thumbs, and it's because of this. And she points to her hair tie with like that blacker than black pendant on it. Yeah, as long as I've got this, I can be in this pixie form. It's wonderful.
That's truly amazing. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. My name's Markely. I'm new here, but I'm just fascinated by all of this new and different magic, and I've never met a pixie or a canary before, so I'm doubly impressed.
Oh, stop. I've never met Lia before. I think she's pretty amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and funny you should talk about previous adventures. In one of them, we kind of restarted a cult, but then that led to them being liberated. Like, people who restarted the cult, they were liberated from vampires, so that's good. But then the last one was in a museum that had parts of my life in it that I would rather not revisit. Though it was well done. Just very oppressive to the shadow creatures that it trapped for its exhibits.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that terrible museum. Anything that's kept in a box is not worth seeing. Or, I don't know. I don't want to put it that way, but nothing should ever be trapped in a box, and you shouldn't have to look at anything that's trapped in there.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
I'm not sure I get it, but I am excited to find out. I'm just happy to be here.
I turn to I turn to the other person in the guild hall and say, "Hey, have we met?"
What? Oh, I don't believe so. Greetings. I am Sir Barnabas T. Felster. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Hi. You can be my friend. I'll write you down the book too, and you can call me Lia.
Oh,
And so
nice
can
to
you,
meet you,
Markely.
Leah. And this here's Lance. And Barnabas gestures at like a levitating spear that's just kind of hanging out there with big googly eyes. He kind of bobs a little.
Hi, Lance.
Barnabas, it's been so long. How are you?
I'm doing well. You are looking well as well, Belle.
Thank you. And how are you, Lance?
I think Lance would do like a little like side swish, like a infinity symbol zip around back and forth, and then just kind of like go back into resting patter bobbing.
Yeah.
Lance is the only one who doesn't jostle as bump. The liquor bottles rattle on the bar shelves. The building shakes, but not as much as when Belle crashed through one of its walls. There's a second, less intense bump, and possibly a third, but it's hard to tell. That one was subtle.
Is that normal? Does that usually happen?
I don't think so. I haven't really been on New Inthera for very long, though.
Nope.
GM, does it strike us that bump and thumping is arising from within the building or external to the building itself?
It felt like it came from outside of the building. And it's sort of like how an earthquake like jiggles everything for a second. That happened.
Oh. Best to go see if there's something amiss outside. And Barnabas runs to the door and throws it open.
Barnabas sees New Inthera is in a peninsula, jutting out into the ocean, water all around. Or it was. Now, to the east, instead of the shining reflection of sun on waves, you see a green grassy plain, rolling hills, forests, a small town with a Hogwarts-style castle. This land was not there earlier, and as it settles a bit more, you see that it is a landed floating island.
By V Guardian's hem, the town's gone.
No, it's just, sorry. The ocean is gone.
The ocean's gone. That's somehow better and worse at the same time.
Think of all the water displacement.
What is... Huh? What kind of spell is that? I want to learn it.
Yes, but I'm curious. So the town is intact. Yeah, like we can see the streets and And the street I got here on is unchanged. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, but the harbor will have a lot less fishing records now. Fishing mechanics from this game, because it's now land.
We see that it's, the ocean's gone, big land. Are there any, beyond the ocean being replaced by land, are there new buildings, mountains, new celestial bodies, other things that give us a sense of whether or not it's just the ocean that has disappeared, or whether there are kind of new particular things to attend to?
There's a green grassy plain, rolling hills, forests, a small town with a Hogwarts-style castle.
So it's basically like this landmass has just set itself onto the ocean and is just like floating there like a sudden island.
Yes.
Oh, we should go check that out.
Oh, we should absolutely go check that out.
Yeah.
Can I come along?
Absolutely.
That'd be great. The more the merrier.
They rush down to where the harbor used to be. Like in an anime or a JRPG, the grassy field and the blue sky meet. So picturesque. Everyone, let's first establish initiative to see what order you'll go in, and then one at a time, you can all please do an intelligence competency test to see what resources you find in this new land. Initiative, your turn order in combat, is determined by flipping the top card from your vital energy deck and adding your agility. You might have an innate ability or an object that affects initiative. If so, add that now. The person with the highest total number goes first. Higher agility characters go first when there's a tie between players, and then slide that initiative card into the bottom of your vital energy deck instead of placing it in your fatigue zone.
So from my deck of 52 cards, I pulled an ace or an 8 of diamonds, and agility is associated with the diamond suit. So I don't know if there's going to be any bonus to that, but my agility is +2, so I have a 10 initiative.
Great, I'm writing down 20 because you're blessed.
Barnabas pulled a jack for 11, with +2 from agility is 13. It's the jack of spades, so no blessing for Barnabas.
Yeah. I got a 4 of diamonds. Very low draw, but it is blessed, and I have an agility of -1.
So 4 minus 1 is 3, and then doubled is 6.
Yeah.
I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty with my deck of cards here. Hang on one second.
Okay, I'll draw one for you. You got a 9 of hearts. What's your agility?
0.
Oh, that was a 0, GM.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that is a 9 for Markely. So the order is Belle, Barnabas, Markely, Lia. So let's do your, what does this say? Intelligence competency test. Belle, you can go first.
Ah, man, I'm pulling like all the diamond suits right now, and I don't like that because those would be better for combat. But I did pull a 10. My intelligence is -1, so I have a 9.
That passes. Do you have 10 resources you'd like to find, or do you want me to randomly generate 10 for you?
I would love some random generation.
Great, pick a number between 1 and 21, because that's when I gave up. I was like, this is enough.
Let's do... Here, I'll make it a little easier. I'll do 1 to 5, and then... What would it be? 16 to 21.
No,
No,
like pick a
16
number.
to
I have 21
Oh.
different packs of items. I'm handing you an object pack. Yeah.
Wow, you did so much work. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to choose 21.
You get, ready to write this down?
Yes.
A shadow leaf, a shadow moro, a rubra vilux, a stella flora, a rubicantia, and then 6 slime liquids,
See, that one I know.
and 3 apples. I'm going to cross off 21. That pack has been taken. Now you have an inventory of 10, so throw out some until you keep 10. All right. Who's next? Barnabas.
Barnabas drew a ace of spades, which I believe is a 14, but I've got a -1 on intelligence. Did I recall blessing only takes effect if that is one of your blessed suits? So like Barnabas, has hearts and diamonds as blessed suits, and so even though I drew a spade, it does not double?
Is intelligence spades?
Yes.
I don't have the sheets. Okay. I didn't encounter that in the rulebook because I didn't really go through character creation all that much as the GM. I should have done it more. I'm going to trust you on that. That sounds right. So it's not one of your blessed suits, so it doesn't double? Okay, sounds great. But an ace is still not only something great for you, but something great for everybody. I'm going to hand all of you one healing potion.
Hooray!
Whoa.
Remember, your inventory spots are still at 10. Do still stay at 10 inventory spots overall. But yeah, everyone found one healing potion because of Barnabas's ace.
Thank you, Barnabas.
You're welcome.
And do you have 10 resources you would like to find, or would you like a random object pack because I'm fast tracking the...
I'd like to take random object pack number 13. Lucky number 13.
Ooh.
A 13 is a Rubicantia, Astralidia, Moonflower, Rubicantia again, a Lopsy, 4 arcane feathers, and 5 oils. Random item pack number 13 has been claimed. All right, Leah, let's see your intelligence competency test.
All right. So I got 10 of hearts, which is not going to add any bonuses, so just stay 10 because I have a +0.
A 10 passes the 7 required. Together, that's right, everyone. If you didn't get an 8 or above on this, you didn't collect any items. You got stuck in a hole while your friends collected resources, I guess. So because you are successful, you got an 8, 9, 10, etc. You can either tell me 10 items 10 from the resources list in the rulebook that you found, or you can pick a random item pack.
Random item pack.
All right, 1 through 20. What would you like? Not 13.
3.
3. You get a shadow leaf, an elixilus, a shadow moro, a green wind, a crystalliana,
Oh, hell yeah.
4 scales, and 7 parchments. And item pack number 3 has been picked. You guys are walking around the plains, being like, ooh, look, and you're picking up flowers, you're picking up mushrooms. For some reason, Leah finds 4 scales and 7 parchments as well. Now, you could only keep 10 of those, so inventory management yourself. It could be 7 parchments if you want, and 3 scales.
Yeah.
Markely!
So I drew a 10 of spades, and that's my, so that matches the intelligence competency, right?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have 10 resources that you would like to find, or do you want a random item pack?
A random item pack would be fine. Let's go with 5.
You find a Mana Salevia, a Rubicantia, ×2, as I look further into the list, a Green Wind, a Moonflower, 6 egg, and 2 salt.
Markley found somebody's lunch, I think.
Because hero carrying capacity is 10 objects and bags and boxes don't reduce that, they add to it. So like if you have a box, you're at box plus number of carrying capacity box. Like you can go to 13 like that. Anyway, what 10 objects are you each keeping? And I actually don't care. So just say yes if you have 10.
Functionally,
Yes.
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 Awesome. Y'all are walking around on the green plains. There's forest in the distance. There's the town in the distance. There's the Hogwarts-style castle rising from the town. A dark blue wyvern, like a dragon, but its arms are its wings, flaps and lands on a branch to pluck an astralidia that was reaching for the blue sky. Focused on the collection, she hasn't seen you all. Leah, you know this wyvern. Her name was Beatrice, but she liked to be called Bee. She's going by Saint Beef now, but she's no saint. An inferior dragon-like creature, wyverns are jealous, petty misers who spend the entirety of their brief lifespan longing for the magic and dignity of the true dragons. You remember this one came to the Lich of Oroville willingly, a few years before you left him. She initially asked, and later begged, but he was never interested in bonding with her. It seems that even now, after you've left the Lich, there's still no place in his heart for this pitiful, vicious, spiteful, magicless creature. You met her recently at the museum she was running, a garish tribute telling the life story of the Lich she so admires. You and Withered Wing and Muse... Rest in peace? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you guys because you don't know what has happened. She's fine. You and Withered Wing and Muse encountered her captive performers, the shadow animals who could think and talk, set up as exhibits, as moving displays. You uncovered how her pet scorpion had told her and the Lich the secrets to trapping shadow folk, that songbird chirping rips away their shadow form, literally cutting their memories from them. The Lich had used that knowledge to create a captivity spell in the shape of pretty chirping songbirds that flitted through the museum, trapping the shadow animal folk inside dioramas, safe but prisoner behind glass. So you canceled the songbird spell, released her captive entertainers from their dioramas, and stomped her pet scorpion to death. She still hasn't seen you. What do you do?
Hey, it was self-defense. Also, I realized the way I described that earlier was really boring. But yeah, I also pretended to be her and fired some employees.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, I'm listening to that episode.
But hey, like, I was so tempted to burn it to the ground, but I didn't, out of respect for her, honestly.
Yay! So proud.
The tiny little bit of respect I could muster. So... yeah, I kind of like turn to you guys and say, hey, so you see that wyvern over there? We kind of got some beef, she and her. She goes by Saint Beef, by the way, which is quite a coincidence. I don't know. She's not much of a threat if we like encounter her. I beat her in this form without having to go with some basic magic. But hey, you never know. Maybe she got stronger. Maybe she's stronger in this setting. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully she doesn't see us and she continues on. But be prepared in case she does.
Sorry, I'm still catching up. So you're saying that you have beef with a wyvern?
With that wyvern, yes.
With a wyvern named Saint Beef?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Sounds like you got it.
Sounds good.
I mean, she wouldn't call herself Saint Beef if she didn't like having beef.
Yeah, right? That's what you'd think. And yeah, we crushed her scorpion, but they attacked first. It was self-defense.
Was she extremely fond of the scorpion that you crushed?
Yeah, because she was using that scorpion's magic to imprison those creatures that we freed. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so she's probably pretty mad at you still.
And because I fired her employee. Maybe it was a good one.
Right.
I don't know. I just did it randomly.
So are we going to try to remain unnoticed? Or are we... shall we announce ourselves? Like, how are you feeling about this?
See, the player kind of wants a confrontation, but isn't quite all there. But also, like, the character, Lia, she's like, okay, let's just hope that she doesn't see us. So I guess I'd want to remain unnoticed for now. Try to.
Yeah, do a single agility competence test from Lia to see if your wishes become reality. I'm going to set the difficulty to 5, simple, because it's a giant plane with that's the simplest thing, right?
Yeah.
A large space. You're pretty far away from. Okay, all right. Let's see your card.
I got a Jack of Spades somehow. I was like, oh, waste of a face card, but you know what? This is great. The situation's great.
Yeah.
So, Jack is 11, right? And then -1, so it's 10 times 2, so 20.
At the end of the adventure, I will read what might have happened if you remind me.
She had like a whole thing planned out.
Yes, it was statted as a siren harpy for the listeners.
Hey, I mean, maybe I sneaked by, but someone else did something.
No, this team effort.
No, yeah, I have one. All right, remind me at the end of the adventure. I'll read you what might have happened. Okay. You're next to a lake, a large body of water. One side is a vertical drop-off and release gate. This is a reservoir. A depth marker shows the current water level is close to full. As the day approaches dusk, you've been gathering all the things that I listed for you. Can you each please describe the green, grassy field you're on under the pink and blue sky? Temperature, wind, smell, sounds. Build the mental image.
So my immediate thought is that if it's going to be, I think of it as a calmer place. And it's kind of weird because it's still humid and it's on the ocean. So you still have that ocean smell. But then you have like the sound of the waves mixing with the sound of the wind through like the grasses and everything. So I am picturing this as a particularly peaceful place where there's just like a very, very white noise, like presence here.
And to add to that, I don't think that Barnabas experiences this as an animated golem, but for anyone with olfactory capabilities, one of the things that was very prominent in those random objects was a lot of different herbs and presumably new plants to the region. And so I imagine that there's a very like pungent, just kind of, it's like this powerful potpourri smell that is ever present of just things like kind of tangy and cinnamony almost, just these very bright, strong scents that are awash with the now muted ocean smell that kind of lingered from before this floating land dropped into place.
As Markely takes in the sights and the smells, and you can see for miles, you can see straight to the horizon. It feels like such a huge sky. Steps up to the shore of the pond and takes a deep breath in and immediately sneezes loudly 3 times. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I must be allergic to something new here. This is... Oh my goodness. I've left all of my enchanted antihistamine back
Would it be helpful for us to figure out what it is? And like Barnabas just starts shoving random flowers and feathers that they found into your face. Be like, is it one of these in particular? Should we get rid of it?
No. That's quite all right. I can remain ignorant about what exactly it is.
Okay, let me know if
yes.
you change your mind. Just like slowly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess while people are like focusing on the sights and sound, I'll focus on the feels. It's really weird because you kind of expect this ocean breeze because you're like where this ocean is, but it's actually quite strong. There's like these gusts of wind that just suddenly come to you. It's a gentle little rippling wind sometimes that ripples the flowers around you, and then sometimes you just get a sudden gust. And it almost catches Lia off guard. And a couple of times her robes are like torn from the last adventure, so she has to like hold them tighter.
I like this place that you guys built. It's like a mini vacation for your GMs. I'm just listening. So nice. The sun begins to set. Lia, you realize with its setting that the sun had been irritating your skin. That's strange. Only as the sun's rays diminish do you notice that it had been causing you pain, a pain that is now easing.
What the hell? I've never been sunburned before. But is it sunburned? Do I look burnt to you? I kind of like turn.
GM, does she physically look sunburned?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I guess you just forgot your enchanted sun protectant.
But I'm not supposed to. This isn't even... That's weird. Oh, I guess, actually, I think I might know why. It's because I drank a vampire's blood. Because it was gushing out of his neck and I was trying to stop the bleeding. And I guess that explains these fangs, why I can't get rid of them in this form. And she kind of like grins and she has like fangs that are probably longer and more prominent. So I guess maybe I get sunburned because I'm becoming a vampire? That's exciting. But also, I kind of want blood. Do I? Now that I think about it?
On a scale of exciting to concerning, where do we feel like we're falling here?
I'm not sure, but I do think that, like, I may be new here, so I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I do think that when recounting previous adventures, having nearly possibly become a vampire might be a detail that you want to include in the future. Just speaking as the new guy, I would have liked to have known. Yeah.
Barnabas is nodding along as Markely is saying that.
Yeah, it seems fair.
I mean,
It's not dark yet, but is that time of day when the light is less strong and you know it will soon be night. Twilight. Little, softly glowing balls of light rise from the ground, gently bobbing up and down. They're round, like white dandelion seed heads. They glow intermittently, like fireflies. Looking closer, they have tiny little happy smiling faces on them, like how leopard geckos and the undersides of rays look like they're permanently smiling. They're singing a quiet, happy song.
This is so cute. Oh my God. Okay. Belle immediately just starts like dancing with like along to what they're singing and just like dancing through all the little puffs and saying hi to everybody. Oh, hello there. Oh, your smile is so gorgeous. Oh, your voice, beautiful.
It seems that we have discovered the setting for the latest children's film. Did we fall into a movie? Is that what's happening?
A softly glowing whiff bobs on the air current. It sings a quiet, happy song and looks like it's smiling.
oh, this is nice.
This one catches your eye because it glows just a little brighter than the others and is just a little bigger. The wonder you feel makes your breath catch. It's beautiful. You hear it start to sing a slightly different song than the others. When, kapow! An arrow blasts through the creature, scattering it into pieces like blown dandelion seeds.
What?
The remnants remain aloft. They drift away on the wind, floating off toward the town. A shape stands up from where she had been hiding, laying down in the tall grass. The arrow was shot by a woman with a large vertical scar down her left cheek.
Confirmation of assumption, GM. Is that one Judy Rubempra? However, I still don't know how to say Judy's last name, and I shall never learn.
This is she.
If we have not yet been clocked, if Judy's attention was on these wisps, Barnabas would like throw his hands back on his comrades and like seek to kind of press us down, be like, "Halt! There's a scoundrel afoot."
Agility competency test from everybody.
Agility?
Ooh,
Belle shall
Man.
respect Barnabas's wishes, but I'm not going to lie. She's ready to fight. She just killed a
Yeah.
new friend.
Difficulty setting is 10.
Barnabas got a queen, which is a 12 plus 2 on the agility is 14.
Belle
Yeah,
got a jack, so 11, and then plus 2 on agility, so 13.
This is a 6 of spades. It's of birds. I had to assign it.
Hell yeah. I got a 5 of spades, so a total of 4. I rolled low when I wanted to roll high, and I rolled high when I wanted to roll low. Dice, yeah, they hate me today.
The cloth golem and the pixie are hard to see, but meanwhile, the two human-looking folk just stand there, and Judy turns her scarred face and notices you. She shrugs and loads another arrow, knocking the arrow in the bow. Lia, you've been spotted. What do you do? She's knocking another arrow and ignoring you.
Oh, okay. So what's she knocking the arrow at?
A softly glowing whiff bobbing on the air current.
Okay. And just to recap, Barnabas? Barnabas? That's right. Okay. Barnabas said to not attack her, but then Belle is glaring absolute daggers at her after she just shot one of her kind of friends.
More specifically, Barnabas kind of tried to help the group evade notice and called Judy a scoundrel.
Oh man, what do I do? I just Well, you know what? Since I've been spotting, I'll just go out and say, hey, what the hell are you doing?
I totally forget her accent. I did not write it down. Was it French? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Let me do. Oh, what? Okay. Of course it was. The townsfolk hired a Snetbone syndicate to kill these monsters.
Monsters? They're just little fluffs, little wisps. I forget what they're called, but they're just these little things. You're hunting monsters?
Yes. She just like shrugs and she's going to shoot another one in 5, 4, 3.
Oh man, I don't really want to be a defender, but
1. She shoots another one.
Oh, okay.
It explodes into a scattering apart like blown dandelion seeds. The remnants remain aloft. They drift away on the wind, floating off toward the town. Just to summarize what just happened, she shot another one.
Do the other ones seem to have any like sentient awareness of like what is taking place? Any sadness at their fallen? Like, or are these just kind of little environmental entities that are blinking into non-existence?
You ever seen jellyfish try to swim in a direction?
Nope.
They can't.
Oh.
And their faces are stuck in a permanent smile, but you hear small screams.
oh man, it's like the thing about Lia is she doesn't know what to do in these situations. She needs someone else to tell her because like maybe it's not acceptable for the party that she attacks this person. Maybe they want it to. So she's just gonna stand there and be like, yeah, she's just literally gonna stand and stare. and wait for someone else to do something.
Oh,
Belle
Belle is jumping into action, man. Like she turns to Barnabas and says, "I'm sorry, Barnabas, but I just can't let this stand." And she goes out from her hiding place and gets like right into Judy's face. Says, "You're going to stop that right now. You're making them sad."
She initially turns the arrow on you and then sees that you are not a whiff and keeps moving and locks on another one.
No, I'm so
5.
small. I go
I'm
and
going
like,
to don't let me steal your thunder. You're out there acting.
oh no, you'll probably be able to try and do something too. I'm going to try and like move her arrow.
Okay,
You know?
competency tests do not take your turn in combat.
Wait.
Go ahead and do a Yeah.
Yes, sorry. I had a slightly better idea as soon as I said that. I have a kunai, which is a knife dagger thing. I want to cut her bowstring because it's taut right now if she's got the arrow notch, so it'll be easier to cut.
Technically,
Right?
that's a competency test because weapons themselves, unless you're using a combat technique, like, don't you guys have basic attack?
Yeah, there's just like base attack.
That is what that would be. So this is indeed your action for the turn. Let's see your basic attack. I have to draw 5 cards. I drew 5 cards. Ooh, I get to play.
So I'll draw 5 and I'll choose the one that I want to use.
Everybody go ahead and draw 5 cards.
Okay.
Yes.
I've gotten us into combat. Sorry, not
Yes.
sorry.
I'm going to play my primary card, which is I can do effects. Oh, so exciting. Yes. There. I played a card. I played the 8 of clubs.
Ooh. Well, you can only do an effect if you play a face card, though, right?
This is correct.
Okay. I'm going to stick with this. If you did an 8 of clubs, I'm going to play a 10 of hearts. And my only blessed suit is diamonds. So I think it's just a 10, right?
What is your base attack suit? Does it have one?
No, it doesn't have one, actually.
Okay, well then, yeah, you can't have that blessed. I don't have, looking at my cards, I don't have 2 cards of the same value, 3 cards of the same value, consecutive cards, or cards of the same suit. So seems kind of like that's it for my hand. I just have an 8. Plus, I guess, since this is spade or clubs for my, does it how do I tell if the NPC's attacks are doubled. I think it would just be doubled, right? Because it's the same suit, right? That makes sense. Anyway, I have a +3 to clubs, so 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that gets added to the damage. The damage is 5 for this attack, so +3 and then doubled because I played a club, right? That makes sense. So 5 damage from the devastating blow attack. The effect doesn't happen. You don't get stunned. But my number is 5 + 3 is 8, doubled is 16 because it's blessed because I played the 8 of clubs. So, yeah. So I'm at 16. What number are you at?
So I'm at 10.
Okay, take 6 cards from your vital energy deck and toss them into your fatigue zone.
But
Face down.
I am actually going to go and use a support card. I have another 4 of hearts because it's the same suit. I can at least minimize the damage, right? That's how it works.
Support cards. 2 cards of the same suit is not an option.
Oh.
I'm looking
Really?
at, it says 5 cards of the same suit is an option. Arcane Explosion for +5. So I'm looking at page 100, and it's all the combos you can do. Name and card combination, and 2 cards of the same suit is not an option.
Darn. Okay. Man, I lose a lot of cards, and I don't want to do that because if I run out of my 52 cards, I'm dead.
And to narrate what happened, the reason why 6 of your cards went from your vital energy into your discard is because you tried to stop an arrow.
I tried to cut the string. It's different.
Okay, you tried to cut the string. Arrow strings hurt like a mofo. Have you ever been hit with an arrow string?
I have, actually. A bowstring sucks, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened here. Describe Belle's discontent.
She literally goes flying from like just the momentum of it. Like it smacks her in the face and she just literally tumbles in the air and just goes poof, right into the grass.
But thankfully, the arrow misses the next whiff. Next up in the initiative order is Barnabas. I just did 1 initiative for the whole game. I'm not redoing it. Barnabas.
Yeah, with combat having been engaged, Barnabas is going to charge to the foreground, yelling out, "Judy, your villainous actions shall not stand!" And is going to charge her with lance. And I think he's going to, narratively, he's trying to disarm her. Functionally, I'm making a base attack. And trying to take that out. So I guess I can choose whatever combat technique I want. So if I choose to do a relentless thrust, it only does its special if I...
The effect if you play a face card.
If I have the face, but I could bless it.
Yes.
If it's the right suit. Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
We're learning.
We're all learning.
We're all learning. Hey, listeners, we've never played this game before.
We're figuring things out.
Yeah.
I am going to... Okay. I have my card locked in, GM.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna also lock a thing in. Okay, so I'm just gonna think out loud. I'm playing as an ogre. It's statted as an ogre. And I have clubs, diamonds, and clubs. Okay. All right. So that means, you know what? I'm going to play this 2 of clubs.
Ooh,
And I'm going to do Ogre's Fury, which is Judy Rubemp's Fury. It's on self, and it... Actually, wait, no. If I play Got it. I have to play the King of Spades so that the effect activates. That's what I'm doing. Because it's not a damage dealing skill combat technique. It's for 3 scenes, which is rounds. For 3 scenes, inflict +2 base damage with all of my combat techniques, but also take +1 base damage from all enemy attacks.
Whoa.
So I'm going to do that. And I have a king, which is, I think, a 13.
Oh, dang. I came in with a 7 of clubs, which is not the suit for Relentless Thrust. There's no blessing there. And so that's not going to be as good as a king.
Do you have any support cards?
Not to follow up with a 7 of clubs.
Okay, well then, the difference between a 7 and a 13 is 6. So please take 6 cards from your vital energy deck and put it into your fatigue zone.
Oh man, even
As
defensively.
she doesn't even like hurt you. She just she just gets mad and you wither. You quail at her anger. That's emotional damage. What's himself? Next up in the initiative order, it's Lia.
Okay, so I got a King of Spades, and I want to use a combat technique that is also spades, so I can get its effect, hopefully, because it's a blessed suit, right? So then it's kind of like double the value would be.
You're gonna double its value, and the name of the combat technique?
It is instant withering.
Oh.
So, like, basically, roleplay wise, how Lia does this is she kind of like grins at them and says, "Well, if you want to fight a monster, here is one." And she bares her fangs at Judy, and she and like pushes her hand forward and instantly withers her. And the base damage. I don't have any supporting cards, really. So the base damage is gonna be 3, but multiplied by 2, and she suffers weakness 3 for 2 scenes.
Okay, so let's think through this. So we've got the blessing.
Yes.
We've got the damage is
base damage is 3.
3. Okay, I have to consult the rulebook for a second. Do we double the damage or do we double the number?
Double the damage. But
if the suit of the primary card corresponds to the blessing suit of the combat technique, the base damage is multiplied by 2.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right, so it's not the number. This is such an intriguing system. It's so different than everything else that I've ever played. Okay, I'm learning.
Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, the total value of the cards plus the ability bonus of the combat techniques used is then summed and compared. But then wouldn't the total value be doubled because it's blessed? Like, yeah, wouldn't...
We need a flow chart.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is one.
But yeah, just to double check, that when we're reducing from our deck, that's based off of the damage associated with the ability that won, not associated with the disparity between the attack value and defense value. Is that correct?
Yes, I did that wrong earlier. We have played one round of combat and we've already done some things wrong. So for everyone listening at home, it turns out that I shouldn't have doubled the card value earlier. I should have doubled the damage. And so we're just going to keep going and learn as we go and not undo anything. But basically when things are blessed, we've consulted the rulebook and we've learned, we double the combat technique's damage, not the card value.
Okay.
It's so hard because you're holding a thing in your hand that says a number and you want that to be your damage.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems more, it's like the card values themselves are used to determine who wins the combat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's just like a set damage. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that makes
Learning.
sense.
Yes. Okay. So I played a 2 of spades or a 2 of clubs. That way I would get the effect of stunning you for 2 scenes, but this effect won't happen if I lose the, it seems like I'm going to. I have a 2. So what did you play? You played a king?
Yep, a king of clubs.
That means you win the who attack defense conflict. And then because I lost, I don't do my effect on you. You don't get stunned for 2 scenes. Very sad. And I don't deal my 5 damage. Instead, you deal damage to me of
6.
6.
Wow.
I take 6 cards from... Now, just to let you guys know, that's the first damage that's been dealt to Judy. You feel like her starting health was 80.
What?
Ooh.
And she goes down to
Also-
74.
Another thing, the effect is weakness 3 for 2 scenes. So is it going to be this? Is it applied to this scene too, or is it going to be the scene after this one?
I did read this in the rulebook. It starts the scene that you start. So, like, this is one of the scenes. Yes.
So she takes 3 extra damage, so a total of 9.
9. Okay, so 71.
Yeah, and then she takes 3 extra damage from I think everything. Yeah, I think she takes
Yeah.
extra damage for everything for the next
And she
scene.
also takes +1 damage because of Ogre's Fury, so down to 70.
All right.
She's hitting harder but taking more damage from her own effect. She says, "You are interfering with my job. I have been hired to kill these whiffs. Do not take it up with me. Take it up with the person who hired the Netborn Syndicate. I am but a simple employee like you. You kill things for hire.
I'm sorry, you work for someone called the Nightborn Syndicate?
You are a fire-breathing kitten."
Kittens
Don't
are
let her
cute.
lead you astray, Markley. They're a bad group.
They sound bad. Nightborn. I don't know.
They sound cool. Speaking of you, Markley, it's your turn, and we know a little bit more about how the combat works now. So we're going to compare our numbers, and I only have two cards left because we don't draw more from our vital energy deck until the end of the scene, which is the word for the round. So I have my choice between a 4 of hearts and a 2 of diamonds. And I'm going to use my 2 of diamonds because that way I'll match my Boulder Throws suit. And I don't think ogres have blessed suits. I think they just all are blessed when okay, so I'm going to try to double my damage if I win this with my 2. Which primary card did you play and what combat technique, Markley?
Let me see. I'm going to... So having just seen Judy, kind of rough up a couple of my more experienced companions here, and you know, finally taking some damage. I'm not going to play around. So I'm playing a King of Diamonds for my primary card.
That beats a 2 for sure. So I have lost the who deals damage off.
And I'm going to use the combat technique Blade Dance, which is Diamonds is the blessed suit for that.
And you played a diamond?
Yes, and I played
doubles
King
your
of Diamonds.
Damage dealt. Okay, so we did do that right earlier in Belle's turn because it doubled how much damage you took. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'll hear
fine.
it later.
Yes.
Okay. How much damage did you deal then? And it is doubled. Remember to add your racial modifier as well. You guys are all doing that, right?
I will be now.
I think. Let me check the rule book.
Also, there's 2 blessed suits.
There's 2 what?
You get 2 blessed suits, not just 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you add your racial
Oh, you add it to the
abilities.
You add it to the attack
to-
card. I think.
You add it to the attack card?
Yes.
So if I
Okay,
had a
so-
plus to diamonds, then I would add that to this attack.
I see. It's number
don't.
7 in the flow chart.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not only a 2, you guys. It's a 2 plus 2. It still
Nice.
is. Just keep going, Markley. How much damage am I
Nice.
taking?
Okay, so that's it does a base damage of 2, so that's 4 damage total because it doubles. And then since it's a king, the effect takes place, which is that the target is bleeding for 2 scenes.
Got it. Bleeding. What bleeding does, everybody, I've got this list of all of the conditions here. Bleeding means that at the end of the turn, and there's each one of you guys' turns, is how many turns there are, a person discards 2 vital energy cards. So on an enemy who has to go through, all their turns. Wait, or is it only my turn? It's the end of bleeding. At the end of the turn. No, it's the turn, so it's each turn. Yeah, because there's so many turns in a scene. So at the end of every scene turn, I'm going to discard 2 cards from my vital energy deck. That's quite a lot of health.
Wow.
And how many damage did you do?
It was 4 total damage,
Down to 66.
and the bleeding lasts for 2 scenes.
Oh, okay. And then Judy goes because she has an initiative that is actually super low compared to your guys's. And NPCs lose ties. So I think 6 was the lowest of your guys's earlier. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, she's going now. And she's going to flee because this was not what she anticipated. She came out here to kill whiffs, not to fight adventurers. Those are a little different. They're not the same. And so fleeing, how this works is that mechanically, can enemies flee? I don't know, but I'm going to use the hero fleeing rules. A difficulty 10 for a favorable situation, a difficulty 15 for a difficult situation, difficulty 20 for an impossible situation. I'm going to go with 10 because this is a very large field. There's so many directions that she could run in. It's sort of like the gazelle's best option against the lion is on an open field, you know, zig, zag, left, right, circle around. And so it's a 10. And she's going to play her 4 and add 2 to it because agility is diamonds. I don't have access to that.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. She's at 6 out of 10. And next turn, if she gets 4 more, she can flee.
Wait, really?
Yeah. She can't flee yet. She's not at 10. She has to be at 11, actually, because you have to beat it.
Yeah. That feels very difficult.
Yeah.
You ever done the thing in Final Fantasy where you got your characters facing backwards and you're like, run, run, run? And while she flees, you all can do, I'm reading this straight from the rule book. I want to read it straight from the rule book, but I know that you guys get 2 attacks on her each. 2 actions on her each while she's fleeing. There we go. Failed escape. The enemies can act 2 times on their turn.
That's crazy.
Yep. So now that it is a new scene, heroes, you have the opportunity to draw 1 card from your own vital energy deck and add it to your strategy cards, provided that you have fewer than 7 in hand. Alternatively, you can replace 2 from your hand with 2 from your deck. And I'm going to follow the same rules as the heroes do, except I draw 1 card for every 2 enemies. So I'm going to draw 2 cards instead of just drawing a single card. Oh, it's a 2 and a 6, you guys. I'm not supposed to reveal that. Sorry. It is illegal for you to reveal what you draw to your fellow players.
Maybe you're bluffing.
Maybe I'm bluffing. Okay. Back to the start of the round. Belle. She's trying to run away, and you are not letting her because you get 2 actions instead of 1.
Yeah. Gosh, but now it feels bad. You know, like I just wanted her to stop. I don't want to kill her. So I'm just going
to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah. Well, I know I can also pass my turn.
You can. And in this game, the enemies officially drop unconscious at 0 hit points instead of dying.
Okay. I don't feel as bad about that, but still. Bella's going to just like get back up and fly up. And she's going to not get super close to Judy, but just hover around at like eye level. And with her hands on her hips, she says, "You better go and leave them alone now. Otherwise, we're going to come find you."
Make a charisma competency test, which is not an action. I find this amazing. You guys can just do as many competency tests as you want.
Mm-hmm. So that's when I have to draw from the top of the deck, right?
Yes. And add your heart's racial ability modifier.
And does that card for competency checks, do you draw the card and you put that into the fatigue zone?
Yes.
When it's done? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
So I drew a 2 of clubs and my heart's a +1. So that's a 3, which
that doesn't pass even the most simple of difficulty values. So
not even a little bit.
Yeah, you feel like she won't stop coming and killing these whiffs. You feel like she's getting paid to do that. And apart from your interference, was having a great time.
Okay. Fine. We'll do this the hard way then. I'm going to go ahead and use Mercurio's Lance. There it is. Concentrated lightning of wind strikes the enemy. Lightning of wind? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, magic hits the enemy, stunning them with its power.
I'm going to do Devastating Blow.
Yeah.
I play... I need a 6 to get out of here, so not that. I play the 2. I'm actually going to run out of cards.
Oh. What happens then?
I don't know. Because I'm supposed to draw... It's a special enemy, so I'm supposed to draw 5 for my hand. Special enemies can apparently run out of cards, is what I'm encountering. Anyway, I'm going to play a 2 of hearts. And what did you play?
A Jack of Spades.
You win the who hits who off. That goes into your
Huzzah.
fatigue pile. And if that is blessed, you deal twice as much of your combat techniques damage now. And if not, and remember to add, I'm looking at the rules now, remember to add your ability bonus of the combat techniques suit to your thing. So my 2 technically had a...
Yeah, keeping track of all these
+3.
is definitely like messing me up. I'm not going to lie. So
The total value of the cards plus the ability bonus of the combat techniques suit used by each combatant of the encounter is then summed and compared. So it's my 2 plus 3. So I was at 5 and you had a Jack plus your ability is for that.
So that is a -1. So that's a 10.
Okay. Still wins.
Yeah.
And now your damage is the damage on the combat technique. Ignore the numbers on the cards.
Which is 3.
Yep. That's your base damage. And do you have any damage bonuses?
And no, I don't think so.
No. So you deal 3 damage to me. I go down to 63. And you have a second action.
Oh, okay. Well, because I played the face card, it also uses the effect. And the effect is the target is stunned for 2 scenes.
Stunning means that at the start of your turn, you reshuffle 1 random card from your strategy card hand in your vital energy deck. I'm not going to have enough cards to flee, you guys. All right. Officially, that's what happened. I did not have enough cards to flee, and I've seen how this is going. This is a losing downhill battle. I shuffle both of my cards back in, and I don't draw until at the end of the turn I draw 2. So that means that you guys, you just wail on her, and I'm going to fast forward as the GM. We've seen how this math works out. We did the math, and this is... It's not easy for Judy to win this fight. So, Belle, describe knocking Judy out.
So Belle reads in her face that she's just trying to get out of here and we'll come back later once we're gone.
100%.
And as much as Belle understands being on a job, these are her friends now. So understanding for Judy's out the window. So Belle, like, she feels like the wind, like there's like a strong gust that's come suddenly from the ocean. And she concentrates on that and thinks about pushing Judy as far away as possible on the wind. And so that's how I'm going to be flavoring this Mercurio's lance. I don't want her to like be stabbed by lightning of wind, but I do want her to be pushed as far away as possible. Maybe even to like the edge of the island and into the ocean.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Ting!
And with that, the combat with Judy is over. She's out, but she'll be back to kill these whiffs again because that's what she got hired to do. It's fully night now.
Nice job launching her. I don't suppose anyone caught who she was doing this for before we launched her away.
She said it was for the townsfolk, so I'm thinking we just go talk to them and tell them that these little whiffs are just misunderstood, and then it'll all work out wonderfully.
Well, let's head to town.
Sure.
Sounds good.
A large building on the edge of town has a sign saying inn, and it's fully night.
Well, I guess we should rest up for the night. Also, Belle, I'm sorry I just froze like that. I'm kind of used to having other people telling me what to do. I don't know what to do to act on my own, unless it's like, I don't know, really obvious. So, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Honestly, I could probably afford to think about things and take it a little slow more like that. I just tend to rush into things. That's how I became a were-shark.
Hey, I mean, you're rushing into things and I'll be right behind you. Works out.
I love that. Oh, bestie.
Right, so this inn seems useful. Do you think they'll answer the door at this time of night?
One way to find out.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to take the butt of Lance and rap sharply on the door. And then I'll maybe try the handle, because maybe it's just open. I don't know.
The handle turns. It's unlocked. As you step inside, like a vending machine, a big square box labeled Check In prominently is in the entry of this inn. Pictographs show guests receiving a room key in exchange for coins. But there's an out of order sign on it, and a sleepy person behind the front desk greets you with a grunt. A pen and paper sign in front of them says, Shared room, 5 copper per night. Private room, 15 copper. Luxury suite, 50 copper. Onsen access, 10 copper. The clink of coins in your pockets reminds you that you each have about 100 copper coins from your past off-camera jobs for Fire Breathing Kittens Adventuring Guild, and then as an allowance for Markely.
You said 5 copper coins?
Shared room, 5 copper per night, yes.
Greetings, I am Sir Barnabas T. Felster. I would like to secure a room for this evening.
Grunt, point at sign, wipes eyes.
Okay.
We'll drop appropriate currency onto counter for a shared room.
All right, you all are welcome to share that room. There are other people there too. Just step over them.
Oh, it's like a hostel situation.
Exactly.
Ah.
I definitely thought we were all just going to share a room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's okay. I'm small. I could just cuddle up with you, Lia, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So Belle's just going to snuggle up, maybe right at the shoulder where there's a little more like hair. Make it nice and soft.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, like Lia's hair, it's funny. It's not like really it's not that soft. It's more like it's not bristly either. But you know when hair is like really like the strands are really thick and straight kind of?
It's a little more coarse.
Yeah. Sort of,
that's
yeah.
perfect. It's like being in a little bird nest. Ah.
That's perfect.
Markely surveys the room that is covered in sleeping people. And I want to find out if there's a corner that I can comfortably hunch in.
Yep.
There is a corner? Okay. I will go and position myself in the corner.
Yeah, Barnabas would go similarly towards that corner. Would probably allow you to get there first, and would like lean against the wall, almost like a dozing sentry. But as he rests his form against the wall, it's almost like he discorporates, and the like clothes kind of like his form just slumps into cloth, draped over a spear that is leaned against the wall.
Markely side-eyes this slightly and says, well then, I'll take first watch. Yes.
All right, you're all at 95, right, for paying in that shared room. Now that I'm thinking about the logistics of that, it's probably 5 each, right? And you're right. Everyone shuffle your fatigue zone back into your vital energy deck. We need that fatigue zone back in the vital energy deck to be confused about future combats.
So, like, we shuffle our hand in too, right? From the last combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to use like the shake and shuffle method because these cards are like really, they're pretty stiff. Actually, wait, maybe they're not.
It's the next morning. Songbirds are chirping. Wow, but they're real ones.
It's just like, I wake up and it's like, what is that infernal noise? Wait, okay, it's a bit different. but you might hear me, but Belle, you might hear me say that initially. What is that infernal noise? Oh, wait.
Oh, I used to sing like that. Oh. That's okay, though. I don't anymore, and it's fine.
You can sing better than that. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's different when you sing. Yeah, it'll be different when you sing.
Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yay. We're still on the ground, right? I just
Yeah.
had this thought, like, we're not floating on this floating island that landed.
You are not floating.
Okay, thank God.
You all do all your morning stuff and you step outside, refreshed. The town's aesthetic is cobbled streets, thatched roofs, wood beams crisscrossing stucco walls. The main street is wide enough for market stalls. Vendors stand behind stacked water, meat, apples, fish, rope, leather, grain, fabric, oil, powders, parchments, fishing rods, ink, etc. Everything on the resources list in the book. This main street leads in the distance to a town square. The town square has large fountains down the sides, and at the back, wide stairs lead up to a Hogwarts-style castle, stone towers, arched windows.
There's not something like a notice board around that town square, is there?
You start walking down the street towards the town square. Does everyone else?
Yeah.
I follow.
As you're walking past a vendor, you see a sign that says, "Whiffs waste our water, paid for by friends of Archwizard Williams." An image of his smiling face leaves no ambiguity who Archwizard Williams is. Markely, please describe how you feel when you learn that the valedictorian of your graduating class has been doing great in life, elected Archwizard of his own magic school already at the age of 22? Do a madness check and name your fear.
Okay. In what order should I do those things, GM? Should I make a madness check first and let that flavor how we react?
Sure.
Okay.
The difficulty value is 10. You're going to flip over the top card of the deck, and this is a generic test.
Cool. I've got a 2 of diamonds.
Oh, no.
Your madness level has increased to 1. Please name the fear that you feel and describe how you feel.
Markley stares in disbelief at this poster. He's absolutely frozen in place. He mutters under his breath, "Unbelievable. Unbelievable." And the fear is, oh gosh, how to put a name on this? So Markley is both full of just unfiltered rage, but at the same time, fears of deep inadequacy and failure. Here he is, just apprenticing on his first mission as an adventurer, and his arch enemy is the leader of this entire school? So yeah, we can call that imposter syndrome. That's the fear that Markley has there. Yeah.
Belle's looking at the poster. I don't really like his mustache.
Yeah, he looks like what my, I don't know, master, whatever, calls a douche.
Yeah, like a real tool.
He is absolutely not mature enough to have grown that mustache himself. He must be using magic to grow that. Looks fake.
A magic mustache.
That's exactly the kind of thing he would do.
Do you know this guy, Markley?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, we went to school together.
Oh, so he was probably really jealous of you and bullied you a lot because he was so much lamer than you?
Unbelievably, yes. But then our fortunes were reversed. I believe that he used forbidden magic to get ahead in school.
Not a cheater.
And he cheated me of my rightful place at the top of the class.
And now he's killing whiffs for no
He's
reason.
killing whiffs.
Sounds like it has something to do with the water supply.
Or he could just be making it up. Like whiff, water, because it starts with a W. He attributes one to the other. Yeah.
Do you think if we went and talked to him about this, that he would be honest with us, Markley?
Honest is not how I would ever describe Josh Q. Williams.
Do you want us to go beat him up?
I would like that very much.
Let's go beat him up.
Oh, hell yeah.
And with that, we're going to go to break. Joining us for part one were Markley,
I'm so mad at this right now.
Lia,
Well, I need more practice in defeating evil arch-wizards, so that sounds great.
Barnabas,
Wait, why are we beating this guy up?
and Belle.
Don't worry about it, Barnabas. Just trust us. We're friends. And if you would like to leave a review for us, that actually helps us a lot. We love to read what you guys think of the episodes and the show. And if you're lucky, one of us might read your review on air. So go ahead and do that on whatever podcast platform you are listening on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's the mid-episode break. Did you know we don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is if you tell someone about us. Is there someone you know who would smile at this episode? Sharing it with them would help us. Thank you.
Today's mid-episode shout-out is, quote, "Gratitude to my therapist, Javier, for helping me navigate life's challenges and find inner peace. Your empathy is a gift," end quote. Is there an episode of Fire Breathing Kittens that would make someone you know smile? Telling them about it would help us. Thank you.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast of Gates of Krystalia. Joining us again are Belle,
Hello.
Barnabas,
Greetings, listeners.
Lia,
Totally just a normal elf girl.
and Markley.
Hi, I'm still here.
And we have a brief recap for you of what happened in the first half of this listening encounter. And so if you are just joining us, our story began with the fire-breathing kittens gathered in the guild hall. There was some pleasantries exchanged, new people meeting and encountering one another, when all of a sudden the room, the very building, the world itself shook as though an earthquake were rocking the foundations. I ran to the door, I opened it, and we found together that the ocean outside of New Inthera had vanished, and floating in its place was a new landscape, rolling hills, forests, and in the distance a town with a castle and all kinds of novelty. And so we said, that seems like a thing we should go investigate. So we did. And so we set off across the new landscape, finding all sorts of strange, random new plants and objects, many of which appear to have allergenic properties. We also were reminded about some of our heroes' collective past actions over the course of this time. Particularly noteworthy, perhaps, was it Chekhov's smoking vampiric transformation taking place? That may or may not become relevant. We'll find out later. But we found ourselves setting forth towards the town, and as day gave way to dusk, the very plant life around us seemed to spring to life anew as these floating whiffs began to make a beautiful chorus in the picturesque landscape, and all was very pretty. Before we got there, we did sneak past Saint Beef, the Wyvern, but we were very sneaky and stealthy, and so that didn't really, we just know that Saint Beef is around somewhere. Which might also be a bit of a smoking wyvern. I don't know. Come back in the third act. Some of these whiffs floating around us, very picturesque, very lovely and ethereal. And all of a sudden, one is arrowed by none other than the scoundrel Judy Rebempra, who apparently has been hired by someone to indiscriminately murder these whiffs, that we were pretty sure that's a bad thing, just because it's Judy that's doing it, and they seem kind of neat and fun and not at all problematic. So we decide to give her a good thrashing and send her flying in anime style across the land far into the distance, perhaps not to be seen again this episode. And then decided that we should try and find out who it was that had hired her to do this nefarious deed in the first place. And so we continued on into the town. By this time, it was well into nightfall, and so we found ourselves an inn, paid for a shared room, and rested for the evening, which was nice after some of the back and forth of the conflict with Judy. Finding ourselves refreshed the following morning, we got up, headed into the town square, and found next to the notice board a poster from Archwizard Williams saying that whiffs waste our water. I don't know. We'll have to find out more about what that means. But we decided that we should go give him a good thrashing too, on general principle. And so that's where we find our heroes.
Yes, that's where you are, standing outside of a vendor who has stacked water, apples, fabric, oil, etc. Everything you see on the resources page of the rulebook. And also a sign that says, "Whiffs waste our water, paid for by friends of Archwizard Williams."
Does anyone have anything they need to do before we go confront Archwizard Williams?
I guess we could craft some things, because we all found a bunch of resources. And, I mean, looking at what I found, I don't know if I could craft anything on my own, but maybe we could combine somehow? Or, maybe we can combine our resources and make stuff?
Absolutely. I think I've been seeing that there's a Stella Flora. I think that's used in a healing potion. Can't go wrong with a healing potion. So I have a Stella Flora, and we need Rubicantia, which is a red one.
I got a couple of those that I can give you. Here you go, Belle.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what do they have? Maybe we could buy some, oil and make some bombs.
Do you need oil? I have oil as well. I found oil and feathers and Rubicantias.
It seems like we've found a lot of good stuff. So we were walking towards the town square, and we're in front of a vendor. Are we in the town square? Is that where the vendors are?
You are currently in front of the vendors, and you can see down the path to where the town square is. The main street leads in the distance to a town square. The town square has large fountains down the sides, and at the back, wide stairs lead up to a Hogwarts-style castle. Stone towers, arched windows.
Well, if that's a castle with a so-called archmage, then it probably has places that we could use to craft things if we wanted to. But I think before I got distracted, we were on our way to the town square. I'm gonna continue on and see what else there is to find down that way, and kind of looking around a little bit uncertainly, but pretty determined. He just starts walking towards the square.
Belle absolutely follows and is just looking at all of the stalls with the food, going, meat, fish, eggs. So those are all in for the listeners, the resources are kind of in separate categories. So I imagine there are trade resources. Are there also resources for creation in this market? So there's a bone spike and fur or ingots. Oh, slime.
Yes, all of the stuff. You can buy anything with a purchase price.
Okay, awesome. Second question. Do you guys know what slime does? Because all it says in the resources for creation are liquid extracted from slimes used for magical objects. So if I can enchant a magical object, I would like to, but I don't know if that's how that works.
Yeah, same thing with scales. It just says Chinese scales are reptilian creatures. That's all it says. Maybe those things are for selling? Yeah, maybe they're just for selling.
But I want to use the slime. It's maybe I can smear it on some clothes and I'll be super protected and won't get whipped in the face with a bowstring again.
Yeah. It would make sense for the scales to reinforce some kind of armor that we'd make, but it doesn't say anything about that.
Man, if only the items had words instead of icons. You could Control F a PDF to find out what recipes the scales were in. I say. The voice from the clouds says. Well, guess I can't. I tried to help you guys just there by Control F searching the PDF for the word scales, and you know what? It's an icon, so that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're walking down the street. You head to the town square. You are in the town square, standing at stairs that lead up to a castle. An older sign proclaims Krystalia Magic School. A shiny new plaque says, "By decree of Archwizard Williams, all workshops are now open to the community." As the first post-election decree of Archwizard Williams, Krystalia Magic School Castle's student workshops and laboratories are now open to the public. Alchemy laboratories, tech workshops, metal forges, BYOM. Bring your own materials to grow your skills. Belle, you turn to talk about the plaque. What were your friends' names? You forgot.
You guys. I think it'd be great to find a workshop somewhere. Do you agree?
I mean, that makes sense. And it says they're free to general use, which is like kind of a good thing, but maybe people can use them for evil too. Anyways, we should probably go find one.
This seems uncharacteristically generous. I'm sure that there's a catch, but we should go and find out.
Maybe your guy turned over a new leaf.
Remind me this guy's name again?
Well, the sign calls him Archwizard Williams. But when we went to school, his name was just Josh.
Yeah, it's a very douchey name. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have a douchey name, though, right?
I don't think Markely's a douchey name.
I don't think Markely's a douchey name either. Markely.
Right. So GM, as we're looking around, this sign says that the workshops are open. I'm looking around for the workshops. Do I see a sign leading to the workshops of various kinds?
Yes, you enter the magic school. There is an alchemy laboratory, a metal forge. I have so many stats for you guys. You can craft scrolls. You can whatever you want. There's a technological workshop. Build away. And if you are done building, just tell me you're done building.
Oh, I just found the special creations.
Yeah, just tell me what you want to build. And so, I will read the mechanics. You go up to the bench. You declare what you are trying to build. And then you will roll an intellectual competency test or a physical competency test. I'll tell you which one. Roll. I'm using the word roll. You'll draw a card. And based upon the card that you draw, I'll tell you what happens. So say the item that you want to create, to the resources used to create it, whether or not you have those things, and I will direct you into the creation of things.
So I would like to make a healing potion with the Stella Flora that I found and then the 2 Rubicantia that Barnabas gave me.
Absolutely. We are at the alchemy bench. We are crafting a healing potion. The alchemy bench here has an amazing capacity. You're not going to have to worry about that. And the healing potion, I'm looking at it now, it's on page 81, says heals 5 fatigue if successful, 35 copper coins. All right, please make an intelligence competency test and scratch those resources off of your inventory.
Okay, so I drew a 5 of hearts. That's not great. Yeah, my intelligence is -1, so I only got a 4 on that.
With a 4, you've made a poor quality potion. Its sale price, instead of being 35 copper coins, is half of that. We round down.
So
it still works.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it still heals 5 fatigue.
It just tastes bad.
Tastes like old socks. Question, since we don't really know what the slime liquid does, because I've been trying to look for it in these icons, and I literally don't see it anywhere.
I think it's for if you want to make a slime weapon or slime armor.
Yeah. It's under special creations section. I found it.
What page is that?
Yeah, same thing with the scales. It's 158.
Why is it in a different section?
Right? Yeah, that's what I had to control F as well for
What?
for
Why is this
scroll,
in a totally
honestly.
different section than the rest of the What?
We have some feedback for this game.
I thought you guys were joking about the slime weapon and armor. I'm like, oh, so funny. Ha ha. No, there are slime weapons.
But you also need special crystal to make it. You need a water crystal. You need 30 slime to make the slime weapon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can I just add it to my potion to make it taste better?
I think that is why you made a poor quality potion right there.
Yeah.
added slime to it?
There are
Yes.
crystals listed here that can be used in forging and things like that. But I'm wondering, do you have to just find the crystals, or is there a way to make the crystals?
Also buy
It's a
them.
resource that you guys didn't luck upon in your hits. Yeah, there were crystals in the list of things.
Oh.
Okay.
Do they have a purchase price? The crystals?
Let me check. So I thought I saw something.
They
but
do
maybe,
not.
they
They
do
have a
not.
hyphen. So you can't buy
You have to just
them.
find them.
You must be gifted them or etc.
Does anyone found any like gunpowder or whatever that is? Let me see. Yeah, explosive powder.
That you can definitely buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you gotta go
oil,
back to that
too.
vendor. And then we gotta roleplay purchasing your favorite thing in every tabletop role-playing game.
Yep.
It is 25 copper coins normally for explosive powder.
Can I sell the scales that I got to get 3 gold?
Selling! So, tell me what you want to do and I'll walk you through the mechanics.
Well, I want to find a vendor that specializes in, like, I don't know, armor crafting, magical item crafting, magical, like, I don't know, either that or a general vendor, and try to sell him the scales, which I'm going to roleplay them as being, like, some dark blue scales from, well, obviously St. Beef. She lost a few, maybe. And I'm going to try to convince someone that they're dragon scales
Ooh.
to buy.
There's a vendor. The vendor has a sign that says, "Whiffs waste our water paid for by friend of Archwizard Williams. Do an intellectual competency test."
That's a 4, straight 4 of clubs. So no blessing.
It sells for half price. Then negotiate your sale with a social competency test. Subtract 2 from your social competency test because they've never heard of you here.
Oh. Subtract 2? Well, that's going to be just a straight 3 because my social... My charisma is a +2, but -2 is just a 3 of diamonds, so that's not gonna...
Put that into your fatigue zone, and you have sold your items for half of their listed valuation.
That's still 1.5 gold.
I'm going to spend 15 CP on a fishing rod and go fish once. And that's what
Nice.
Barnabas is going to do while other people are crafting.
Absolutely. You get a fishing rod. Go ahead and do fishing tests. I've got what page was that on? Fishing. So you're going back to that lake, going back to the reservoir. Fishing is an athletic competence test, -2 to the difficulty value for each previous test that day. And for you, do you have any madness points?
I don't at the moment.
Then it doesn't matter. Go ahead and make a few athletic competence tests. You're going to burn through 1 card from your vital energy deck for each one you do, but you can get so many fish.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do one.
All right, let's see 1 athletic competence test.
That's a 3 of spades.
No, you caught nothing.
Yeah, I just sit there and I cast for a while, and it's very soothing, but I don't get anything.
You need at least a 6 to catch a common fish.
There we go.
All right, next up, what do people want to do? Leah, did you want to buy an explosive powder?
Yeah, I wanted to buy some explosive powder. And then maybe some armor? Or I don't know. But definitely some explosive powder.
You're going to pay only 20 copper for this. Good job haggling.
Nice. And someone in the party said they had oil, right?
Yeah, Barnabas has 2 oil that
2
he can
oil, okay.
happily give you.
All right, so then 2 oil
This
plus
is like Pillars of
one.
Catan.
Yeah, exactly. So then, okay, we can make an incendiary bomb, and then try to think of anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna look and then ask for people if they have materials.
All right.
Incendiary.
I'm going to spend 10 copper to purchase some Astrolidia.
You buy it. Good job.
Okay.
Barnabas is totally just fishing. Do you want to give your supplies to your friends? Did you have an Astrolidia?
Did I keep an Astrolidia? Yes, I do have one Astrolidia I can give away.
Well, now I've already bought the Astrolidia. That's okay. You can keep your Astrolidia. You're enjoying the fishing.
I just love the idea of that being an actual thing that had, like, okay, I went and I finally found a trader that had an Astrolidia.
Oh, you mean one of these things? Yeah, I
Yes,
found one of
yes.
those. We were just walking over here.
Exactly one of those things.
You can have it.
It's a rare flower. Also, I want to mention the fact that I found a rare flower called a Krystaliana, and my name is Liana, so that's cute. I'm probably just going to just put it in my hair, and it's going to be a permanent thing from now on.
Ooh.
I would
pretty.
like to craft
Right?
a healing potion and a calming potion.
Ooh, we're crafting. Okay, alchemy laboratory. For
Yes.
each type of item, so you're making 2 types of items, right?
Yeah,
A healing potion and what was the other one?
and a calming potion.
Make an intellectual competency test, please, for each one.
Okay. The first test is a Queen of Diamonds. So for intelligence, I get Queen +3.
Dang. That is a good quality potion right there. You feel like that would sell for 1.5 times the normal price.
Nice. Let's say that was the healing potion, right?
It tastes good.
I'm sure it does.
Not like slime.
And then, and then the next check is a 4 of clubs +3, so that's 7.
This one does taste like slime, but there was no slime added to it. It's confusing.
Cool. Okay, but so
It would
so
sell
I've
for
got
about
a
half of the regular price.
so I've got a good healing potion and a mediocre tasting but passable calming potion.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Ooh, I found an Elixilius, and you can make a love potion out of it. I want to make a love potion.
All right. We are in the alchemy laboratory, and you are making an intellectual competency test. Do you have all of the resources to make your love potion?
I mean, I need 2 Rubicantia. I don't know if anyone has that.
Barnabas
I
just sitting there. And
I gave up my 2 Rubicanti already. They went into the slime healing potion.
And I guess I could buy one. They're only like I could buy 2. They're only 10. It would be only 10 copper coins, so I'll buy it.
yes, go ahead and buy it. And it doesn't take any tests.
Oh, does it? Okay. And then making it, I drew an 8. It's hearts, so no blessing, and I have no modifier, so just an 8.
As you touch a little bit of your tongue to the edge of the potion, saying, no slime, no slime, no slime, no slime, it tastes normal.
Okay. So I have a love potion. Nice. Can I also make some bombs?
If you have the resources.
Yeah, because I can make an incendiary bomb because of the oil that I got, and I also have I'm gonna buy 2. Like, I bought 2 of the explosive powder, and I have the oil and the thing to make the... Actually, I have to see if the smoke bomb I have, but I could definitely make an incendiary bomb.
Do an intellectual competency test.
7.
It's really gross. Or no, I'm sorry. It's the pieces are falling off of it every now and then, and you wonder if that's going to make it explode.
But does the result we get affect the functionality, or is it just the price? Because
Just
from
the
what
price.
I saw, okay,
Except when you're making a scroll, and then you can fail to create a scroll.
I see. But I don't think we have what is needed to make a scroll, because you need arcane feathers. Or maybe I can buy them. Well, we'll see.
Did anyone find any glacis bellum?
No.
No.
Okay. Markely is working at the alchemy lab next to Lia and notices that there are bombs being produced. They're incendiary devices.
Yes.
and thinks maybe that maybe a coolant potion, is that what coolant or cooling potion?
Yes, coolant.
I've just accidentally thumbed the the PDF badly and it went somewhere else.
You're trying to get back to page 86 is the plants and mushrooms. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Man, if only you could control F and find. No, you can find the names of the potions. I'm just messing with you. Rulebook's not that bad. Rulebook's actually really pretty, you guys. Like, for the listeners who are like, which Fire Breathing Kittens games rulebooks can I read that are beautiful? This is one of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna run back to the vendors and purchase 2 Glacis Bellum for 24.
Yeah. Do you talk to them?
As little as possible.
Noted.
Glacis Bellum, please. Yes, thank you. Here are your coppers.
That's it.
Yeah.
Remind me at the end of the game if you want to know what the vendors could have told you.
Oh. Sassy vendors over here.
Do you want to ask them any questions?
I'm trying to think. What would I ask them? I would ask them, hey, where do you get these ingredients? Who supplies them?
Who?
Put that card back.
The vendor tells you many details about the supply chain that the GM doesn't know.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing like special about that. It's just like general supply chain. I kind of just like smile and nod. Like
They say, the floating island that... I'll give this person a voice. The floating island that we are on has special ecology.
So about this floating island, does it just appear anywhere?
It used to. I guess we landed.
Yeah, I guess so too. But where you landed, the ocean's gone. Like, what's up with that?
Water displacement? Eureka?
So this island replaced the water, basically? Have you noticed any major changes since this Archmage Williams took place?
Our island did land, but I don't think it's man-made. The environment goes through cycles, you know.
Okay. Trying to think of anything that could be like relevant to what we know. You kind of dodged that question. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't know if I'm there or not. But like, they didn't answer your question.
Yeah. But so this floating island appearing in the middle of the ocean and displacing the ocean has nothing to do with Archmage Williams?
I don't know how it could, but if it does, he's a genius. A valedictorian. He tells the truth. He gives me hope for the future of Krystalia. So if it was him, then it was a good thing.
Oh, so this place is called Krystalia?
Yeah.
I see. Well, is there any way to get the ocean back to how it was, or is Krystalia just going to be part of the landscape now?
I genuinely do not know, but it seems like a nice place to have landed. Y'all seem fine in New Inthera. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Do you know who would know?
No.
Okay.
No. What?
Barnabas had a rather nice pull on his interaction with merchant to buy that fishing pole before heading out to the lake. If we can zip back to that moment in time, can I do just a little bit of conversational, like, what's the whole deal with the whiffs wasting water messaging going on out there?
Yeah, they drink our water for free. All the rest of us have to pay taxes. Freeloaders.
So the wild creatures are drinking the natural resources without any sort of interaction from local body politic?
Yeah, but it's
that's
our
a problem?
reservoir. We made
the
the reservoir.
Oh.
A business wouldn't tolerate employees stealing 2% of its budget. Why should we?
But I mean, like, they're just kind of the wildlife, right? Like, they just seem like they were animals. What do I need to know about these whiffs that it's not readily apparent from just looking at them?
That they're freeloaders.
Yeah, got it. What? So, like, is the reservoir water just drinking water?
Yeah. Unless they poop in it or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we don't want to
monsters.
have poop in the drinking reservoir. I just kind of like commenting, like, I suppose, because my understanding was that, like, they were floating
air, like land mass for a while, and then a dedicated water source, probably really important. But if you guys are going to like just be here, I think there's a lot of water around. Like maybe you don't need to kill the whiffs if this is like the new normal, you know?
This person's face takes on some facial expressions like they want to kill the whiffs and they're not sure what to say to you. They're like, but why wouldn't we? You ever argued with someone about jackals and their rights to exist?
Well, this seems like it's been an interesting note of conversation. I'm going to go do some fishing.
And that's why he spent all day catching nothing, as he just stared into the zen.
Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
Yeah. Just kind of mulling over that conversation in my mind, like, what's going on here? Random fisher person going by.
Exactly. You guys understood the assignment.
Yes.
That was a great drop. That was great.
Yeah.
Speaking of drops, I want to make a smoke bomb because I do have the ingredients for it.
Yeah.
It uses Shadow Marrow.
You were at the technological workshop. You are going to make an intellectual competency test. The result is
7.
Man, this is a terrible smoke bomb. Like, not in performance, but if you were to sell this thing, it's painted. Okay, it's supposed to be a stealthy smoke bomb, and it's painted neon orange, like construction vest orange.
Hey, I mean, you can see it at least. You're not going to accidentally step on it and fart a cloud. Or
True.
sit on it.
It's very safe.
Yeah, exactly. Safety first. As to why it's orange, I don't know.
I need to actually finish making that coolant potion. Coolant elixir? What is that called? Coolant.
Yeah,
it's just called coolant. Yeah. I'm drawing for coolant. Wow. Okay, so that's a king of diamonds, and it's an intelligence check, so it's +3, so yeah.
That is a 13 plus 3 is 16. That is, you feel like this would sell for 1.5 times the base price and triple what some of the other stuff you guys have been making would sell for. It's a very good quality coolant.
Wow, Markely,
right.
that was really good.
I got an A in
Yeah.
potions.
And I've never made potions myself anymore, at least directed by my own conscience. I just have to kind of remember the recipes from a long time ago. Am I actually making these recipes? I don't know.
Freedom seems like a new feeling for you.
Oh, yes, very, very much so. Yeah. Like, it's, on one hand, it's scary. Like, you have to make all your own decisions, and you have to just kind of, I'm with you guys. And when I'm with you guys, I feel safer. But when I'm on my own, I have no idea what to do. I could just follow someone else's lead. But at the same time, for some reason, I wouldn't want to go back to not being free. And I want to break all the chains that I see out there. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I get that.
You do?
I understand completely.
Yeah, from what I know about you, Belle, you would definitely understand.
Just a quick question though. I'm really bad with names. What's yours again?
Oh, I'm Lia.
Lia. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm just a little forgetful sometimes.
That's okay. I didn't even have a name until about, a few years ago or 1 year ago. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you
I
pick
didn't
your
have a name before. No, Stella picked it for me. Well, you're bad with names, but I don't, maybe you would have heard of her. She's like a fire-breathing kitten. She was a fire-breathing kitten. Sometimes still is, but just for the highest level missions. And she's a model as well. That's where she's most well known.
I don't think I know Estella, but she must have good taste. I really like your name.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she chose one that was fancier, and I think she does have really good taste. After all, she can identify douchey guys really well and taught me how to do that too.
An important talent, no doubt.
There are 3 chimneys in this workshop. 2 of them are overhead, sucking the poisonous crafting fumes, making noise, rushing wind. The 3rd is along the wall. There is no wind moving up it. Everyone, please do an intelligence competency test.
Ooh.
Belle, you're at -2.
GM, would you like this to be after Barnabas has returned and gathered with the group, or am I away at the lake while this is happening?
You're all here because I don't want to split the party. Like, you stopped fishing and your party members have all mysteriously vanished. You're like, where did everybody go? And
I should go
never
find
seen them
those
again,
guys. Come back into the workshop like, do you get a real sense that there's like a strong amount of like xenophobia in this crowd? Like, just kind of a general like disregard for the life and well-being of those that they don't see as part of their in-group.
It does seem that way.
Oh, what's going on with that chimney? I got an intellect test. I can't puzzle it out. I got a 3 of clubs on that test, and I've got a -1 to intelligence for a grand total of 2 on that check.
I'm definitely in that same boat. I pulled a 2 of spades, and I have a -1. So.
Oh, man. I got an 8 plus 0, but it's a spades. So times 2, 16.
I got a 3 of hearts plus 3, that's a 6.
Lia, earlier on the grassy plains, you watched Judy kill a whiff. You watched its glowing motes scatter and float towards town. Now you and only you, Lia, see that same type of mote. Little balls of light float in through a window. You watch them drift into that tube that doesn't have a wind. Belle, you forget why you came into this room.
Jesus.
I'm gonna point out to Belle. Hey, look, your friends. Wait, what? They disappeared.
Is that why we're here? We're saying hi to friends?
I mean, we just kind of wandered in here, but I just saw those little whiffs, the motes that come from exploding them. I just saw them come in here and then disappear.
Oh.
Where did they disappear?
Sorry, Doe GM. Can you repeat
Into the chimney that has no airflow.
They disappeared into that chimney right over there that you don't see any air flowing out of it, but it sucked up those little motes.
About how wide would you say this chimney aperture is? Like pixie-sized?
Absolutely, because pixies are kind of also whiff-sized.
There was an immediate kinship due to tiny size.
Okay.
So Belle will go ahead and just say, okay. I mean, if we just wandered in here anyway, not like I totally forgot why we came in, I'll just go and check it out. And she goes a little too quickly up the chimney.
I'm going to turn to my comrades and be like, do you get a feeling like sending her off by herself might have been a questionable idea at the moment for some reason?
I mean, I wouldn't describe it as sending, more as she just went. I was going to tell her not to.
Markley's reaction to this is going to be concerned and astonished. He's going to do a wait, and kind of rush towards the chimney where he was going to go and examine it anyway. So I'm going to go and look. I'm going to like bend down and try to look up the chimney where Belle has just disappeared. What do I find out?
Belle, you're in a chimney, but you forgot why you're in a chimney?
Hello?
What do you see?
It's dark. Who's that?
Follow the sound of my voice.
Wait, whose voice?
This
Ours.
is the voice of Barnabas.
Oh, I feel like I should know that name. Okay, I'll come back out. And so she just comes back out in the chimney and like runs into Markley and says, "Oh, sorry, Barnabas, I didn't mean to hit you."
Yeah, no,
Nope, that's me over here.
Yeah, it's Markley. Hi, we haven't known each other long. It's okay. But where's what did you see up there? Anything?
And everyone, at this point, I'd like you to do competency tests.
Yeah,
Here
good.
are some
I would like-
examples. If you do an intelligence competency check to search for secret levers, if you do a strength competency test to smash through the chimney, if you do a charisma to shake some fellow workshop person upside down and be like, tell me what is past that wall. Whatever you want to do, role play and do the competency test that fits. But everyone do one.
GM, would it be safe to assume that little bits of whiff being, disappearing up a chimney, could it be that I'm looking for something magical, or it might reveal something magical?
Definitely.
Cool. So I'm going to make an intellectual competency check using arcane knowledge, which is one of my specializations. So I get an additional +2.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, which is good because the card's not that great. It's a 5 of hearts +3 brings it up to 8, plus an additional 2 to look for anything magic gives me 10.
All right, I'm going to write down all your numbers, and I'm going to do at the end. So you were looking for magical things with a 10. Got it. Lia, Barnabas, and Belle.
You know what? I'm also a mage, so I'm also gonna be looking for any like magical residuals. I guess specifically the moats, but then yeah, also just kind of like generally looking around because I do have a decent knowledge of magic due to my past and knowledge that I can draw on.
Absolutely.
So
You have a different specialization in magic, being the partner of a lich for hundreds of years than Markely as a magic student. What's after valedictorian? Salutatorian?
Yeah.
Second place?
Sounds right. Second place.
You guys have different training.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have more the occult, advanced necromancy, and destruction training, but I still have some general magical knowledge.
Noted. I'm going to tell you something different than I tell Markely.
Okay. And then I get a +2. And that's before any bonuses, because I did draw a blessed card. I drew a 10 of spades.
+2 times 2 is 12.
24.
Times 2 is 24. For necromantic and occult magical knowledge. Noted.
And destructive.
And just tell me how I can blow stuff up. All right.
Don't worry about it, y'all. Totally not evil or anything.
Anymore. Barnabas and Belle.
Yeah, I know that you're kind of surveying for us to be investigating the room, but Barnabas's focus is actually on his friend Belle and like this deterioration of the mind that seems to be going on. And although Barnabas has never seen himself as one who is particularly gifted in the spiritual arts of healing, he knows that Mother Hildegard and other members of V-Guardians following have those abilities. And so lacking anyone better to turn to, Barnabas is going to kind of ask,
Is it all right if I try? You seem a little out of sorts, Belle.
and would like to, with her blessing, try and assess if there's some kind of malaise that is affecting her. And mechanically, I don't know if this is a competency test first to acknowledge or just to immediately jump to what is listed as a combat technique, Krystalia's purification, remove a negative condition from you or an ally. Want to try and bring some measure of reprieve and restoration.
Yeah, Belle absolutely gives you permission. She just nods. She definitely looks very out of sorts, very nervous and confused.
All right, so I'm going to draw the top card and get a 10 of diamonds, which ain't bad. It's not the suit for the combat technique of the purification, but I don't know if that really is the thing that makes the most sense anyway. But I've got a 10. If this is an intellect test, that brings me to a 9. If it's a charisma socially thing, that brings me to a 12.
What's your combat technique?
Combat technique is
Like the suit.
a heart for Krystalia's purification, a charisma-based one.
Yeah. So that your final number with the charisma is
12.
12. Okay, that would beat a complicated difficulty. Belle, you're the last.
There's honestly not a whole lot that I think she can do being in a confused state, but while Barnabas is doing his thing, I think she's going to, I guess, just like look around and try and figure out what's going on. I don't know. There's like so little I think that she would be able to do. So I guess just like while he's doing stuff, Belle is just going to look around the room itself, not even just like focus on the chimney. She's just going to take in what she can take in and try, like very specifically try to remember what she's seeing.
Is your what's your highest agility? Is that okay? Or
Yeah. I mean,
okay,
it's
do an agility competency test for your flying as a pixie through the room because you are uniquely suited to discovering secret passageways, etc.
Awesome.
And I'm going to say you're still in the chimney because you're so confused.
I'm just like flitting over trying to find Barnabas. Where are you?
You gotta come down here.
So I pulled in 8 of clubs with my agility plus 2. That is a 10.
Okay. All right, here are your results in order. Markely with a 10 for a magical intellectual competency test with an academic magic specialization. You have studied in school, sort of like reading all the stats of a Pokemon, how creatures like this whiff are light elements. In Gates of Krystalia, there's different elements. There's poison elements. There's, fire and water. These are light elements. They are definitely not drinking or pooing in the water source of the town. They are naturally occurring creatures, and they do not survive at ground level. They only survive on floating islands, and like Pokemon, they come from a small form and they evolve into a bigger form, and that's what you know textbook-wise. You saw that happening when one was shot with an arrow. Its song was changing. It was starting to glow brighter. It was going to do a Poke evolution from a whiff into an evolved form, which now that you're thinking about it, is called a fluff. And they are very buoyant perhaps enough to keep an island afloat. Lia, you have a very different type of knowledge. Your knowledge is a bit necromantic in nature. You like to suck the life... other people like to suck the life force out of things, and whiffs are delicious. Oh. There are very few things as tasty as a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff sandwich, but whiffs are on the list. If you could lick some of the little floating motes of energy flying through the air, you would, because you know what you have a guess at what they might taste like. And with your 24, you would say that nothing would suck these whiffs more than their opposite and equally aligned force of darkness energy. Oh, like a magnet, these whiffs might be drawn to it. And you know this because as the Lich of Oroville's partner for many years, you wielded that kind of dark energy. And you're like, if you wave your hand, the whiffs kind of get detoured from their path towards you a little bit. Oh. Like a magnet,
Like kind of like a moth to the light?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. But it's like the opposite because it's drawn to darkness. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, Barnabas, with your 12 investigating the malaise, you're able to sense that the magical vitality that Belle uses in both her pixie form and as a canary to power her intellect is being sucked away by something in this location. She's not actually an intelligent and sapient and sentient creature. She is, by base, in an unmagical state, a canary bird. And that is what she is reverting to right now. If you lick the dollop of whipped cream off of the ice cream cone that is Belle, you're left with a canary. And that's what she's about to turn into, possibly. And Belle, with your 10 agility, you are gone in that chimney. You are flitting down the chimney. Sorry to your friend. But you end up, so you're off. Picture a dark passageway, and it reminds you of the mines that when you first were a canary and you lose your pixie form entirely, the anansi that you're wearing, that darker than black thing, takes on a reflective sheen and it becomes just a normal black for a moment. The deeper you go down this passageway, the less that works. You become a canary. Your pixie wings flitting through the air, flit like a hummingbird so fast, become just normal bird feathers flapping with their yellow canary wings as your magic is sucked away, potentially devoured, one would say, and you are flapping normal canary birds down this hallway. But that does take you as you rest your little canary feet on a lever to opening the secret door. The light enters the hallway. You forget about that mind stuff. What were you thinking? And it's just the back hallway behind the alchemy workshop. And you remember your friends' names, and you can circle back to them, having discovered a secret passage.
Okay, key question. When the Anansi was like the magic of everything that makes Belle was getting sucked away and she got turned into a canary again. When she regains that magic after opening the secret door, do I remember being like losing all of that?
Yes.
Oh God. Can I just say I gain like a madness or something like that? That would literally drive Belle insane.
How did you know? Please do okay, so madness stats. Please do a generic test with difficulty value of 10.
Ooh, nice. I got a King of Spades.
You maintain yourself. You do not increase in madness by any levels, but you feel its call.
Once I think from the chimney, she can hear like the sound of the secret door opening. She immediately goes into the chimney, like out of the chimney, I should say, and just like huddles close to Lia. Just
Belle?
like she literally can't say anything right now, but she's just like, can I just stay here for a little bit?
Yeah, as long as you need. And I kind of like shuffle my hair a bit so you can hide in it if you want.
I
Oh,
don't
she
recommend
absolutely-
staying here. There's something that's like actively drawing away the magic from you right now, Belle. So I would recommend that we like vacate these premises.
Is that what it's doing to the leftover bits of whiff? Is that what it's doing? Is drawing the magic out?
That's exactly it, actually. Yeah, they're kind of drawn to the darkness, kind of like incredibly dark energy, like moths are drawn to the light. And I hope, Belle, that you're not drawn to me because of that, because that also sucks in their energy. And I noticed if I put my hand out, they'll come to it like a magnet, like a moth. Belle, don't die because of me.
No, I don't know. I know I feel safe with you, and there was something in there. It was whatever was in there. It was the building. There's no way it's you. I promise.
It must be something far darker than me, far greater in darkness.
Hey, Markely,
Yeah.
what'd your buddies specialize in school? Were there like, you said you did really good in potions. Was there something that he did really good in?
He was an entirely mediocre student until so one night I was following him, like we were supposed to be in bed, but I was following him because I was sure he was up to no good. And I followed him to a hidden corridor in our school, and I know that he was talking to something that shouldn't have been there. He was talking to something dark, and he heard me, and he banished it away as soon as he heard me. I ran back to bed. I don't think he knew I saw him, but I'm sure that he's consorting with some kind of evil. That's how he beat me at school.
I think when you get to the part where you say, followed him down a hidden corridor, Barnabas's arms like both shoot out and his jaw drops, like pointing at you and then pointing to where the door opened up and then back to you and then the open door and goes, hidden corridor.
My goodness, there's another one.
Maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would. All the more reason to beat this guy up, by the way. He's consorting with these dark powers that could hurt Belle and that hurt these whiffs that Belle cares about.
Yeah, I think we should find out what he's up to. There's no way he pulled this off on his own. He followed some bad people. He immediately jumped in with the worst people he could find as soon as we left school. So there's got to be somebody else behind this.
Yeah, let's go thwart him.
I am down for some thwarting.
Let's not even ask questions. Let's just destroy him.
Yes, I'm all for that. Destroy that douche.
Destroy that douche. Destroy that
Destroy
douche.
that douche. Destroy that douche.
Let's
All
go
right,
check
so-
out where this hidden corridor goes.
Yes.
The hidden corridor leads deeper into the magical academy. Places that you feel other people have not walked on for years. Dust, stagnant air, but also glowing motes drifting through this dark hallway. Have you ever heard someone vape? They suck in, they cough a bit, and then there's a quiet little scream under it. A deep and pleasant voice says, "You want a hit of whiff?" A deep,
Man.
pleasant voice offers from the shadow, "You want a hit?" Belle, you lose language and can no longer speak without intense mental effort. Each time you want to speak in character, you will need to pass an intellectual competency test with difficulty value of 7. And everyone, you hear that vaping sound again.
I want to, like, we don't see the figure yet. We just voice from the shadows.
Yeah, it's a man's voice and I'm a lady, so like...
I mean, Barnabas wants to
Just say no to drugs.
and try and thwop him with the back end of Lance.
Lance is shining light. Lance reveals a handsome man with striking features and a sharp chin smiles a big, pretty smile at you.
Yeah, striking features. Great for striking.
Yes.
Again, this is a man's voice. I'm a lady, but Markely, Belle, Lia, Barnabas. Hey, good to see you. The Sharky Man is holding a black volcanic rock like obsidian with a red glowing aura. And he says, "But dudes, chill. I gotta finish this vid my friend Stan sent me. He totally murked some chump knight." Herc. What a dumbo. From a distance, you can see images flashing within the obsidian rock in the light of Lance. Images like a phone screen, like a Star Wars hologram. The rock images are visible from all directions. You see something before the sharp-featured man adjusts his grip, and in that moment recognize a knight of V Gardien serving food to a line of people. A familiar Lance casually leaned up against the wall behind him. His deep and pleasant voice asks, "Oh, Barnabas, do you want to see this? Please make a generic test to resist corruption with difficulty value 10.
I shall do that. Also, I get a +2 as an honorable knight on my generic tests against corruption. We'll find out if it's pertinent. An 8 of spades.
And as a role-playing small thing, you also can willingly enter the corrupted state, just to let you know.
I choose not to. I'm an honorable knight.
Are we all making this check, or is this just Barnabas uniquely?
Barnabas uniquely.
So I drew an 8. I don't, because it's generic, I don't think there's a stat associated with it. But my honorable knight hero psychology gives me a +2 on generic tests versus corruption.
In this game, you must exceed the value.
Oh, shoot, that's right. The ancient rules of meter beat failed me.
Yeah. You do want to see the rock. Go ahead and roleplay asking to see the rock. And take one... So let's talk about corruption, you guys. Okay. When you fail a corruptness test, you have involuntarily entered the corrupted state. I'm going to read this to you. Involuntary activation. In situations of stress or desperation, the hero might turn to dark forces to obtain strength. The difficulty value of the generic test is 10, blah, blah, blah. If the test fails, the hero enters the corrupted state for each scene, which is a round, a full round. All the other people act. For each scene in which the character remains in the corrupted state. The corruption level increases by 1 unless it is controlled or interrupted. And I will give you a prompt to control and interrupt it at the beginning of your turn. Okay, so go ahead and corruptedly ask. Oh, you do want to see that rock, Barnabas.
Yeah, so I think the way it goes down is like this. It's like it goes, no, of course I would not want. Yes, I do it, but no, I don't. Yes, no, duh, and then like just lunges wildly for it.
He hands it out and lets you take it. And you see this in the rock. The rock cycles through memories like a photo album. The images start with childhood, flipping through images of being an adult, and then they restart. You see a life of service, a series of busy activities, this person helping others, dishing up food to a line of the needy, teaching children, fixing a wagon wheel, praying, laughing with fellow Vigardien worshippers. You recognize these fellow worshippers. There's Mother Hildegard, but younger. There's Sir Crink. There's Sir Moradid. But Sir Moradid looks weird to you. He's smiling. You can hardly recognize him with that happy light in his eyes as he laughs at something the rock's knight said. Barnabas, do you watch to the end? And you can either voluntarily choose or you can make a corruption check. Because you know whose rock this is, right?
Oh, yeah. This is Sebastian's rock. Clearly. I'm gonna let the cards decide. Because it's fun to find out what the 5th player at the table, or 6th player, I don't know, does. And I drew into a Queen of Spades. And so Barnabas, initially grabs and is looking at this object. But for him, it is not something that he is doing wholeheartedly, because there is so much, while he has so many questions about the past that kind of predates his awareness, that curiosity is far more overwhelmed by his sense of anxiety about what the answers to those questions might be, and how that might disrupt his somewhat fragile sense of self and purpose, and identity. And so
name that fear and take a level of madness.
Yeah. From a certain vantage point, that fear writ large is a sense of nihilism, that nothing truly matters, that this is all just random. For Barnabas very specifically, it is the fear that it is not the case that he has some glorious purpose. It's not the case that he has been brought to this level of awareness in order to do some great good on behalf of Vigardien, but rather that he just happens to be here. And perhaps his happening to be here isn't the result of some noble motion or action by divine forces greater than him, but perhaps truly malevolent forces by whatever he existed as beforehand. And he, at least in this point of his hero's journey, absolutely cannot tread that ground in this moment. And so he gains that state of madness and shoves the stone back away from himself. Like it is literally a hot coal that he drops and it clatters to the ground.
Everybody, you hear a voice, and you think everyone else can hear this same voice, but actually they're speaking individually to each of you. You are all individually hearing the following things. Belle, would you like the power to never become a canary again? To be permanently a pixie? Lia, did you know your bond could be transferred? From that lich to myself? This would deprive the lich of his phylactery and make him killable. Barnabas, We all know that rock contains the truth regarding Sebastian Dupain's death. I can tell you the location of the Nightborn Syndicate, and therefore the ability to stop all of their hired killing. Markely, I can give you not only as much power as I am giving Williams, but specifically that same power. The exact same power, which would leave him powerless. I want all of you to make a corruption test.
Can
and
I
you can roleplay this. Yeah. So,
Okay.
so here's levels of roleplay. If you're like, no, I won't fall for this shit, you can just auto pass because I will not control your characters. If you want the cards to decide, it is a difficulty of 10 generic test. If you would like to voluntarily step into the madness, there's mechanics for that. So you tell me.
I will voluntarily step into it. Belle is absolutely no question. Belle is terrified of losing her agency and this like sense of sapience that she has. So she's absolutely like, yes, anything to not be a canary ever again.
Okay, voluntary activation. Heroes can decide to voluntarily activate. Let me hear everyone else's answers and then yes, I have heard your answer.
So role-playing wise, Markely is not anywhere near above corruption, but this guy really made a mistake when he pointed out that he was currently giving the power to Williams. And now all Markely wants to do is punch this guy in the face. So I think he would probably, at this point, he's too mad to even consider being corrupted. He would just immediately start swinging magically.
Okay. Yeah. Player can reject the corruption roll. It's good role playing. Okay. So you, I'm going to write down swinging. Okay.
So for Lia, she knows that a pair bond can only be broken mutually.
It's not
She's
broken.
the one who wants
it's
to.
transferred. Stolen.
Transferred.
That's different. You would still be pair bonded to him.
Oh, to the person who's
Making this
so you'd be
offer.
transferring mine.
The sharp-featured, toothy-smiled man. You would still be pair bonded, but to him.
Oh
You can
man.
think about it. You can think about it. Barnabas.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I invited the cards to weigh in, and I drew a 10 of clubs, +2 from my honorable knight status. And the way that that's going to role play out is that, so while functionally in the midst of like a milieu of what is the right thing in this circumstance, the lodestone that Barnabas is clinging to is that nothing about this guy and, taking hits on whiffs and, shady knowledge deals, nothing of this resonates with the teachings of Vigardien and everything that he learned from Mother Hildegard and from the people at the temple. And so he just clings to that in this moment, that whatever these alluring promises are, they're not coming from a place of like genuine care and compassion. And that gives him the strength to reject it, no matter what good might come from knowing the Nightborn Syndicate. And so he is rejecting the corruption.
I have written down rejected. Lia, we're back to you. It would be a shifting of the bond. You're still bonded. That magic is valid. But, sort of like how you can steal a wedding ring and wear it. You can make changes.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's just like, okay, well, so you're proposing to me. Well, who the hell are you? I need to know first. I need to know that first.
Okay, I'm going to describe him
agree.
physically. First off, attractiveness. This is a 10 out of 10 on TV sort of person. You ever met one in real life? They're kind of freaky when you actually encounter that level of attractiveness in a person. You're like, eh. Okay, you're very pretty. His smile has almost been engineered. It's so white, so pearly, so sparkly. His chin has no double chin whatsoever. He's physically fit. He's got that glint in his eye where he's, you feel flirted with. There's a lot going on here.
So the hottest person that Lia knows is Stella's twin, Sterling Argentine, because she became him for a second. How hot is this guy compared to Sterling Argentine?
Like yin and yang, light silver
okay.
and dark black, equally hot.
So would stepping into the corruption mean accepting his offer to pair bond and pair bonding to him instead? Or could I like explore it, see like, okay, well, let's give me a taste of your power. Give me a taste of what you could offer me. That's better than a millennia old lich.
Your options are involuntary and voluntary corruption of activation. So like if you step into it, that is taking a level of corruption and seeing where it goes. You can always fight
I'll
it
take
later.
a level of corruption.
Oh my!
See where it goes.
Voluntary.
I love how both the women are like, nah, give me that corruption. And the men are just like, no, we're honorable.
Barnabas is like, just say no.
It's just like, oh, wait.
Okay, everybody, combat is going to start. And here's the order of combat. We've got Belle, Barnabas, Lia, and Markely. Belle, you have entered voluntary corruption. At the beginning of your turn, after this is your first turn. At the beginning of your turn, you can try to control corruption. Your corruption level will increase by 1 for each scene. You have a +2 to all of your combat technique damage, but you have a -1 to social competencies. Because you have accepted the offer, your Anansi, this thing that was making you a pixie, it was a transmutation of your were-shark magic. It actually is going to melt into you, and your canary feathers are going to become permanently black, dissolve away, and become pixie skin.
Whoa.
But you're now a warlock.
Cool. I mean, like, I'm sure that's going to be really bad down the road, but right now, it's very cool.
Specifically to this patron. And that's going to take your whole turn, because that was a bit of a change.
Fair enough. Yeah, I will say, like, she loses any... I would say, too, like, a lot of her coloring as a pixie was based on her being a canary. And so now, instead of being, like, blonde and a little, like, lighter tan skin and, like, you know, light brown eyes, she's actually now just, like, I don't know. I guess I just picture her more as being just, like, she's got, like, jet black hair now. And then her skin is actually
makeup.
just like, yeah, like totally pale white, like totally pale white skin, but then like very dark brown eyes. And she's got like permanent eyeshadow.
Comes goth.
Nice.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Exactly. This is who I am.
And if you were deprived of all magic, this would be who you are. You're not a canary anymore. You might have been in the past, but you are fully a pixie now. Barnabas, it's your turn. You have rejected this offer. You will not learn where the Nightborn Syndicate is based. You cannot stop them from killing for hire unless you figure it out on your own. It's your turn. You can attempt to flee, use a combat technique, or use a consumable object.
I'm going to honor what my original impulse was, which was to smack this guy in the face with Lance. And so I'm going to attempt to lean into that. And I will call that a relentless thrust, if I may. So that way I can get my agility bonus on it.
I'm not going to do the special enemy mechanics. I'm just going to draw a card and flip a card because I feel like I tried that once. It didn't work out. So I'm going to do regular. So I drew a jack. This is Momiji.
I've committed an ace of spades,
Okay.
which I don't know what that does for me because it's not the blessed suit, but it is an ace.
He's going to do a necrotic vortex, which is a heart. This is offsuit. It uses +3, so that's a jack. +3 is 11, 12, 13, 14. It matches your ace. Do you have any...
So
adds?
if I'm with a relentless thrust combat technique, I believe I still add my agility skill to it, which is an additional +2 to clock me into 16.
Okay, you're lucky you win there. This is a very dangerous opponent. And because... Describe smacking him.
Yeah, so I think that initially there was kind of this whiff at the very start of their exchange where I had described, kind of swinging the butt of Lance at him before I got that coal and that claret to the ground. And now as he's made those offers, Barnabas is like, just say no! And he flips Lance around and catches with the flat of the blade across this dude's cheek. So still looking to do non-lethal, but coming in, going with the business end of Lance.
The business end of Lance.
Yeah, Lance's googly eyes are wide, eyebrows way up here.
His googly eyes are wide, which is funny because those are normally like static pieces of plastic, but they widened because of this animated Lance, and his eyebrows raise. And the business end of Lance slices this face not only like a little bit, but I would say like an inch deep. And the face is like a plastic mask. The slice cuts it and it falls off. And from the head to the toe, the growing in size, your brain cannot comprehend this patron transforming from a sharp-featured man with a big smile into an abyssal megalodon.
Oopies!
Seeing a guy turn into a shark prompts each of you to do a madness test of 10.
Why are there so many sharks in Belle's life?
I figured it was an appropriate
All these
picture
sharks.
for you.
All right.
I got a jack of diamonds, so that's an 11.
That passes. No madness. Yeah. I see a 7 from Lia that fails. Take a madness level. At madness level 1, that's what you're at. You're no effect. For Barnabas, I see a 7. There's no madness for you. And for Belle was holding up an 8. No madness. Or wait, no, sorry, you fail. Madness test of 10 means you need above a 10. Sorry, everyone hold up your cards again.
I had a 7, so I
Understand
think
what math
I
is.
fail
All three of you
if it's
fail,
just a
except
flat.
for Markely with your 11, probably. Okay, so all three of you fail. If this is your first madness level, no effect. If this is your second madness level, you have a -2 for your social competency rolls. If you reach a 10 in madness, you lose control of your character. It's like death, but your character's still there, wandering around, talking about people playing around a table.
I'm going to throw a wild assumption out there and imagine that the amount of damage that I did is negligible in the broader scheme of the narrative. But just double checking. Am I still in like a corrupted +1 state, or did rejecting corruption like end that game mechanic?
No, yeah, you're good. You're not corrupt.
Cool.
But I am going to have you make a check at the start of each turn to see the stone. Okay. And that actually, you can do it now for this turn.
Cool.
Check for corruption. It is a generic difficulty 10 to see if you just glance at the stone. Because glancing, unfortunately, you would look at it. It's like the pillar
fair.
of Lot, right? You just got to look.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
it takes.
I drew a 10 of spades with +2. Actually beats a generic 10 test. So I resist this first round.
You still do not know how Sebastian Depans died and Barnabas and Lance lived. Next up, Lia. I have here voluntary. You feel bereft. You realize that your connection to the Lich of Oroville felt like home.
What? But I didn't agree to it.
Oh, did you agree to it?
No, I was just testing the waters. I was just trying to see like what kind of power he has. I didn't agree to it.
Okay.
Like the voluntary stepping of corruption was like considering it, because like a flat out no would have been like no way, would have been like rejecting it, but then considering it is like the corruption.
Okay, if you reach corruption level 5, you're going to switch. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. You feel an immense magnitude of power from this giant undead abyssal megalodon. It is a rotting shark person with unhinged jaws, probably like 6 stories tall, and they're occupying the vast majority of this cavern, this hidden passageway. Their form is very large, and you are a tiny, I mean, even as a dragon, this person would still be large to you. You could cuddle, and it would be like a dog and a cat as a dragon and an abyssal megalodon.
Okay.
They're very large, much larger than you, and you feel like the amount of power they offer is real. This is a real offer to switch your bond, and they can back it up. And ain't no way you guys are going to kill this in combat. You might want to consider warning your friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna say exactly that. So, okay, I said to y'all, like, this is not my true form. I'm just gonna say it now. I'm a dragon, several centuries old, bigger than a dinosaur, because you guys might get the reference more than a dragon. This thing is beyond our power level to fight. Just FYI. And I'm gonna try to resist corruption anymore, because I'm like, yeah, another undead thing. I don't think I want another undead thing to pair bond with. He's not really that hot. He can look hot, but he's not.
All right, let's see your test.
See, that's what
I
hurts
got
him the most.
You're not that hot. It's a 10, a flat 10.
Okay. I mean, you can roleplay this however you want. You don't have to bond with an abyssal megalodon just because of card values. Go ahead and roleplay the scene.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. You see, when I first saw you, I thought you could kind of compete with the hottest guy. No, but you're, no. Like that. No, I'm not into undead things anymore. You know what? Yeah, undead. I want to try living pair bond from now on, you know?
It's not you, it's me.
Exactly. Yeah, I want something living. You're powerful, but you're not living, okay?
He looks disappointed, and he wanted a dragon. Do you know how rare dragons are? He wanted his own dragon.
Oh, yeah, I know. Especially blue and silver hybrid. Very rare.
Mm-hmm. And so we are on to Markely. You are swinging. I have you as swinging. I want to tell you about the number of hit points of this thing, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. I will say listen to Lia's warning.
Okay.
But you can punch it once
So I have
if you want.
a question about the way that combat works in this game for this then. Because it seems like in the rules, the idea is that all of us are all of us acting at once during a scene. Is that the way that happens?
The rules explicitly say that you all act at once. I
Okay.
don't know how that works, but I'm going to say that you punch it like its tail while talking to...
Yeah, even though Markley can hear Leo's warning, he is already, like, as Barnabas was swinging, Markley is already gathering his magic and is yelling, is not conscious of having started yelling, but is screaming incoherently at this thing. And he's going to hit it with ancient tree strike. And he's going to play a queen of clubs as the primary card for that.
Yeah, this person's going to do Predator's Gaze, and that's a 10 plus 5 is their racial ability, so that's a 15. You guys can see my card. This is a 10. This is Hattori from the deck of cards.
Okay.
So that's a 15, and you got
I had a queen, which is that 12?
Yeah.
That's 12. And I'm trying to remember how the support cards...
Your ability modifier?
The ability modifier... So do you add the ability modifier when the combat technique is of that same suit? Is that how that works?
Makes sense to me. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Again, I've never played this game before. I have no idea. But I'm just guessing.
Yeah, so that's actually a +3. So yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so that's a 15.
Great. We're both at 15. So in the rules, if you both get 15, nobody deals damage, and more importantly, the effects don't happen. So you are not immobilized for 2 scenes.
That's
which
great.
Is 2 rounds. Yeah. You feel like that's really useful because maybe the ultimate goal of this fight would be to run away.
Right, so we throw magic at each other and nothing happens.
Yes, the
Great.
salutatorian of the magic school attempts to do something to the abyssal megalodon. It glances at you while doing 3 other things, and you are unable to affect it.
Right.
I'm going to take its turn,
Oh no.
and I draw a 4. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I'm going to bite you, Markley, with an abyssal bite. This is a normal melee attack, And the effect happens. You are bleeding for 3 scenes, which means you discard 2 cards
Okay.
from your vital energy deck at the start of your turn, and you take 8 damage.
Do I play any cards as a defender
Yeah, you do.
at that point?
You might beat it. You might
Okay.
beat it. Go ahead.
So,
I mean, it's only 4. You're probably going to beat it. Oh, yeah, I should have
Yeah.
my bonus.
okay. So,
My bonus is... Oh, did I read that wrong earlier? Possibly. Yeah, I did. It's really hard to see this. It is a +5 for clubs. I'm going to take a +4 because I read it wrong earlier. Sorry, guys. So that's an 8.
okay.
You'll probably want to beat this because you don't want to bleed for 3 scenes.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to play a 10 of diamonds in defense.
That beats it. Go ahead and I believe that... Let me check the rules real quick. When the defender wins, do you deal the... Yes, you do. So you deal your damage. What's your combat technique?
Having seen the size of the thing, going to use rotating cyclone.
All right. How much combat damage
That
does it do?
3 damage.
Oh, man. Let me give you a percentage real quick. I feel like that's fair because that's not...
Yeah.
I'm not telling you the hit points. I'm just saying that is less than 1% of them.
Wow.
Okay. So the floating red health bar above the monster is still mostly full.
It's the same number, really. I mean, when you're looking at it, you feel... And that ends the first turn, everybody. Reading from the rule book, which is going to take me a while just to find the page. But at the end of each round... The final phases. Heroes have the opportunity to draw 1 card from their own vital energy deck and add it to their strategy cards, provided that they have fewer than 7 in hand. Alternatively, they can choose to replace 2 strategy cards from their hand, putting them at the bottom of the deck and drawing 2 new cards. If they have 0 strategy cards, they draw 2. Everyone, please say that you've done that. Woo.
Done it.
I have.
Done it.
Yes.
Great. We're going to start back with Belle. This is your patron now.
Yeah. But these are my friends.
That's a tough spot you're in.
It's a very tough spot. I am going to ask. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, sorry. Yes, I'm going to do this. I'm looking between the 2 groups, and there is clearly no shot that we're going to be able to beat this thing, or that they are going to be able to beat this thing. And so I turn to my new patron and I say, look, wouldn't it be possible to just go and let them all go and I'll stay with you?
You're very charming, Belle, but I don't want you to live with me. You may have seen me propose earlier, but I'm just not proposing to everyone.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I just thought maybe you could just let us go. I mean, I or at least like let them go, and maybe you can try again another day, you know?
He vapes some more whiffs. Sure, you can leave. It sounds like you're nominating yourself to be the escape hero.
I am.
The escape leader. We are looking at page... What page is this?
105.
105. Yes, that's it. You are the escape leader of this escape test. Please flip a card from your... Oh, first off, everyone needs to agree that you're fleeing.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yes.
we're fleeing. Yeah.
Definitely as a player, agreeing that we're fleeing.
Okay. And now flip a card from your vital energy deck.
I really wish I could have used one from my hand, but that's fine. Heart of the cards. Ugh. I got a 6 of hearts.
That's actually not bad. Because when you flee from a favorable situation, which if this person's letting you flee, sort of, they kind of want to eat Markley a little bit. If you flee, it's a 10. So
Okay.
everyone else, add +1 for each card flipped by other heroes that exceeds the value of 7.
Oh, it's some of the value of the leader's card and agility bonus. So I'm actually at 8.
That's good. We're going to need that to get to 11. You guys will each
Yeah.
have to succeed to successfully flee here. I hope you do. Otherwise, he's going to shark bite you.
Twice.
I got
Twice.
9.
Yes.
Good. 1 out of 3.
Okay, we're at 9.
And this is just the top pull. This isn't us committing a card from hand.
The
I
tension.
wish it were.
Yeah.
I'm flipping it up towards the camera.
Oh, it's a 3. Markley?
I have,
It's a 2.
Glad I could take the pressure off for you.
you know, 2 griffins. Yeah.
But your total going forward is?
A 9, right?
9. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just need 2 more. All right, as they are going to necrotic vortex the area. I'm going to do this how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
What?
Well,
Oh, no.
Wait, but like he's my patron, so like he's not going to do that to me.
Not to you.
right?
Not
Yay.
to you. 6 times. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So for Lia, make 2 combat techniques against a 10 and a 13. For Barnabas, make 2 combat techniques against an 8 and a 15. And for Markley, make 2 combat techniques against a 11 and a 15. And you guys can take a moment to calculate whether or not you get hit with this 5 damage per attack. And then get poisoned for 2 scenes. All right, what are your totals?
So, question, because he said 2 times, do I have, like, if it beats the higher one, does it succeed? Or does it have to, like, beat the first one, and then if it doesn't beat the second one? Because I can have something that beats the higher one. 2 different
It's
attacks.
2 different attacks. Completely separate. Gets 2 actions because you guys tried to flee.
Okay, I guess I will defend against the first one with a combat technique of Blood Moon. So I conjure a Blood Moon in the air and try to frighten it, and I do have a face card. It's not a blessing card, it's just a Queen of Spades, because the blessing for that is...
How many damage do you deal it?
I deal it 2 damage, and it becomes frightened for 2 scenes. But,
Ooh,
like, in terms
but
of
it as an abyssal megalodon, it's immune to poison, bleeding, blah blah blah. That wasn't a light type attack, was it?
It was a darkness type attack.
Okay, it's frightened. Got it.
It's frightened?
It means it can only act during its turn and only after a generic test with difficulty 7. The Lich reaches back through you.
Okay.
Can you roleplay what the Lich would perhaps... How does the Lich feel?
I'm like, hey, this guy just proposed to me. I mean, he's just like you, so I don't want him. But hey, give me your power. Let me reject him so I can get out of here. And so that I can get my friends out of here too.
It's not just a drop, it's not just a trickle, it's a wave of overwhelming necromantic energy. And the Abyssal is not afraid of you. It's kind of a little bit afraid of the Lich.
Understandable. I mean, to be fair, it is a dragon channeling a Lich's power. Oh, actually, wait. I was gonna do a combo, because I have 2 4s right here. So does that just mean it takes 3 damage instead of 2?
Yes.
I guess so, because my other cards are trash, so I'm gonna take the second attack, probably, because my highest is a 6 of spades, which is I'm not gonna get any bonus for.
All right. Markley. Barnabas.
I was going to defend with an ace of hearts and an 8 of clubs for 1, and then I add a support card for 4, so that would make it 12.
Great.
So I know one was an 11, so the 12 beats the 11. I don't remember what the other one was, but an ace should beat it. So
Okay. What combat technique are you doing, and do you do the effect with the ace?
yes, so for both of those, I'm going to use Aquatic Prison, and the effect target is that the target is immobilized for 2 scenes.
Immobilized.
And so I don't care how big it is. I surrounded him in a big swirl of water. That's satisfying.
Indeed. That will make it easier to flee if they can't chase you. Barnabas.
I appreciate going last. I think I heard that both my comrades successfully warded off the effects on themselves.
It seems like you guys really could escape if you hit 11 next turn, which with 4 of you, you probably will.
Yeah, so I'm going to, for my 2 defensive combat technique responses, I'm going to dodge twice. And I've got a Queen of Hearts and a Jack of Hearts to put on those 2 effects. And the effect, when you have a face card, I believe, for a dodge, that the attack is nullified if the total value of your cards meets or beats half of the total value of the enemy attack. So I believe having both the 8 and the 15 that were coming my way, with the Queen and the Jack, I sail over those. And as a little thing, as I'm like dipping around and dodging, because I think an object manipulation maybe can squeak within the rules, I want to snatch up that rock, because I don't know that I want to look at it, but you don't deserve to keep it, Mr. Weird Shark thing.
You snatched that rock.
Yeah, I want to snatch it up.
I believe picking up an object is considered a free action, yeah.
It is a free action, 100%.
And just because I'm a glutton for punishment, though, I did hear my GM say earlier that each round I should be doing a check to see whether or not I end up glancing at it, especially if I'm grabbing it off the ground. Feels either an auto loss or some kind of disadvantage check there.
I'm going to let you look at it after the adventure's over because you picked it up and put it in your pocket.
There you go.
And with that, we're back to your flee checks. Fleeing escape leader, please flip over a card. And honestly, you automatically pass this. You need 2. So I hope it's more than a 2. It's a 9.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
You all race down that secret hallway, the passageway in the back of this magical school. Throughout the building, oblivious people are going about their day. Students are taking classes. You feel like they don't know that there's an abyssal megalodon in their school. You feel like the people who are friends of Archwizard Williams probably wouldn't vote for and campaign for this person who is a warlock for an abyssal megalodon. But as you flee from this castle, tails between your legs, you don't have time to tell them all. You need to get out of here. Bad things are going to happen. So you're fleeing from this castle. You're running. You're getting out. You're saving yourselves to live and fight another day. And you run all the way back to that field with the whiffs being arched by Judy Rubemp because the whole town wants her to. It's not just that she's killing for fun. She's not killing for fun. She's killing because she's been paid to. It's her job. The town wants it done. Those whiffs might be pooping in their reservoir. Might be drinking their water. The full reservoir, It's because they're delicious to that abyssal megalodon, really, is why these whiffs are being arched. And it doesn't matter to the people, the environment, it goes through cycles. I don't think the changes are man-made. Yeah, sure, the floating island doesn't float anymore. But that's a problem for a future generation, not for theirs. You leave the castle, you flee, as is a central trait to the mechanics of Gates of Krystalia, is running the heck away. You flee from this abyssal megalodon. You leave the people to their futures, guided as they are by the warlock of an abyssal megalodon, who they trust.
Ow.
They say he tells the truth. And I'm going to leave you all with what is in that rock. Barnabas, you're back into the fields with their exotic flora and fauna, which if you knew anything about herbology, you would know do not survive at this elevation, this distance from the stars and their magics. This whole ecosystem is about to collapse, but before it happens, you breathe in the deep breath of all the herbs with the salty ocean air, the smell of all those plants, the quiet chirp of crickets, the soft light on the valley, and Barnabas, you tremble subconsciously as you hold this stone. You remember Sir Moradid and Mother Hildegard arguing. Before you've even looked at the stone, this is about your memory. Sir Moradid calling you a magical corruption that is stealing a legendary artifact from the church. Because you had Lance. You remember Sir Crink hiding Lance from you, and you remember that fear that you would never find him. But you did. You remember Mother Hildegard taking you aside before you had finished night training, softly urging you to go after that incident. reunited with Lance. At least you can be with Lance, but you need to be somewhere else. The worst part is that you couldn't honestly refute Sir Moradid's accusations. Were you sent to kill Sebastian de Payens and take the lance, then known as V. Guardien's Mercy, from him? The holy artifact that you somehow ended up with and Sebastian de Payens somehow ended up dead? You don't know. You can't remember. Your first memory, you even found the memory stone that belonged to yourself, and it doesn't have it. Your first memory was waking up with Lance. De Payens already gone. All this time, all those accusations, you've wondered if you were responsible for Sebastian de Payens' death. You look at the scene inside this memory rock, this translucent black rock like obsidian. It doesn't have as much depth to the surroundings. It's not a perfect video as you crave and as you need, but you can see the people in this scene at the very end of all of its scenes of feeding the homeless, helping people, praying, laughing with fellow worshipping. The very last scene of this memory stone is clear. There is Sir Sebastian de Payens, and there is a small child holding a cloth toy. That's you, holding you. Something is rushing at the child, something vast, much larger than them. You suspect it's maybe the Stan that was mentioned. Sir Sebastian de Payens, holding the lance then known as V. Guardien's Mercy, lunges in front of the child to block. It's unclear if he's going to make it in time. The child flinches, clutching the cloth toy, inches from death. They burrow their tear-covered face into the cloth toy, not looking at what's about to reach them. When Sir Sebastian de Payens makes it in time, what follows isn't pretty. But Sir Sebastian de Payens accomplished his goal. Clutching his bleeding side, the knight drops to one knee on the ground. The evil limps away quickly, leaving a trail of blood. The child cries, alive, lungs filling with air that turn into wails. The knight slumps down to his other knee, his face pained, growing concern. He collapses prone. The memory rock ends with the light leaving Sir Sebastian de Payens' eyes, but imperceptibly, but unmistakably, the softest glow kindles in the dropped, forgotten toy and in the lance laying next to its departed master.
Woof.
Oh, man. This was an adventure, guys.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
GM.
is it like always this intense with you guys, or do you like take some easy days off or whatever? Because I almost we almost got eaten by a big dead shark thing, and now there's all this like crazy backstory and stuff. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it depends. Also, when the moment is right, I want to hear about the beef encounter.
Oh, yeah. First, let's get some Barnabas response. How do you feel?
Yes.
You saw the memory rock. Finally, you've been searching for frickin' ever.
Oh, man. Gosh, what is Barnabas' thought? First off, as a player, just chef's kiss. Barnabas, golly, Barney, what's going through your head? I think, I don't know if an animated cloth golem can cry, but I think he is just shook to his core in this moment with relief, with like a longing that he didn't know that he could feel, with this big question mark of who that child was. So like it's this weird emotional roller coaster where a breath he didn't know that he had been holding from the days at the temple finally released and relaxed. And in the like intake on the immediate heels of it, instead of anxiety and fear and dread, there is just this quiet awe and curiosity and gratitude.
Awesome.
Yeah. That is honestly such a sweet backstory and character concept. Like, man, I really want to go and read your wiki as soon as this is done.
And for Lia, before we depart, you didn't encounter Saint Beef, but if you had, she would have twirled the blue astrolidia in the fingers of her wing paw and said, "These flowers don't grow on ground level because they have to be close to the stars. Bumping into this floating island is an opportunity. Maybe if I can use these astrolidia to craft a rare magic item and gift it to the Lich, he'll accept me as a person who can craft him useful things. The Lich is amazing. I admire him so much. We're all nothing compared to him. Some creatures exist to fuel greater destinies." And Lia, you would have recognized that line about fueling greater destinies as something the Lich used to say to you all the time. The contrast between your desire to leave the Lich and her desire to stay there with him to fuel his greater destiny, and her happiness at being with this person that you've rejected would have driven you to make madness tests and describe your trauma. But you didn't talk to her, and perhaps that's an adventure for a future day. So, you also don't have to apologize for stomping her pet scorpion. It all worked out. All right, joining us on today's adventure. Was there anything else you guys want to do before we wrap up?
I don't know, but I mean, there's one thing I want to say, one thing I want to discuss. It's funny because I got so many things want me because I'm a dragon. They want me as their pet dragon. But the one I always think about is the one who just flirts with me and then gets beaten up by Stella afterwards. It's Sterling. Does that mean something? And that's all.
Joining us on today's adventure were Lia.
Hi, y'all. Questioning everything.
Barnabas.
Questioning everything. That seems very apropos.
Markely.
For my part, I love questions. I love that. Yeah.
And the new warlock, Belle.
New patron, new me, baby. Let's see how this goes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.